Well, let's make a start to this. I'm gonna say now that I hate wearing chokers. It's been such a pain to put on. Like, we reached the charity milestone for the month-long charity money raising thing that I'm doing. I'm gonna be wearing cat ears and a choker for all the rest of the streams in April, and that's not fun. That's not a fun time. I'll also say I've got my hair cut today. I think it's a little bit on the short side compared to what I would have liked, but I mean, I can't really add my hair back, so they're stuck with us. Oh god, I don't even know what we're going to be doing today in this game. I've completely lost track of what's happening with it all. I think we're near the end. I hope we're near the end, but I mean, we'll just have to see. We'll just have to see. Let me make sure people can watch in. There we go. Lovely. Got myself the cat ears. Little jingly bell on the choker. I hate it. It is a real nuisance. I despise this thing. But yeah. Yeah, let me put myself into performance mode so the stream will actually run. And yeah. I'm just in a choker in cat ears. Playing Japanese Souls-like game. What could possibly go wrong? I believe last time we beat our merchant friend, then he came back very much as a demon. Or like a shiftling, or... I don't know what he came back as, but he's not quite the same. He's still very much possessed. Yeah, let's do a submission to start, just as a warm-up. This looks to be the easier of the two, so let's go. I don't think I recognise this map. This is one of the maps from the first game. Thinking right, there's a little cave system. Yeah, just down there. It's blocked off this time. We've got caves inside the wall. You climb up here, you go to big thing at the top. Yeah, this is a map from the first game. I'm not even reusing stuff from the same game, they're just using stuff from a game that came out before this one. I can't believe it, I've just got an achievement. I'm level 100. Hooray! Look at me go. That makes you think I might know what I'm doing. I can assure you that's not the case. But it almost makes you think it could be. Almost. Almost. Yeah, let's just clear out some people. Stab, stab, and yeah, I'm liking the extra range that I got. The Mystic Art for that's definitely coming in useful. I do like being able to hit things from slightly further away. Okay, murder Agaki. I'll murder this guy next. Do a key burst to purify. And get first counter in. That is the man very much dying. That is the man dead. That is the man dead. Lovely, we murdered an old lantern. Sounds less impressive when you put it in like the more strict terms of what the enemies actually are in the game. Alright. That, I believe, is usually a hole leading down. Or at least it used to be. In the previous game. Which, I'm not going to stream. It's not as good as this one. It's still a good game, don't get me wrong. Just not as good. Yeah, we just need to murder old lady. One last hit. Down she goes. What are we actually doing here? We're searching for people's grandfather. Got him. Maybe don't just murder everything. Maybe somewhat selectively murder most things. That's got to be the way to go. Got man with a gun and forgot was the thing. They were a thing in the first game as well. You get your little flamethrowery traps. Now, if I'm remembering correctly, First game, this is where you first meet yourself, One-Eyed Oni. He's up there, has a boulder, he pushes it down this way. Think. Anyway. I'm trying to remember, it's been a long time since I played the first game, so I can't say much with, like, any certainty other than this map was in it. It's a good map, I do like it. Might seem a bit in the small size, but there's like a whole underground section, which I'm assuming we'll visit later on, if they are using this map again. Door seems to be locked. That's where we end, isn't it? There's one of those, like... Is it a Dark Realm spot or something? I don't know. There's one of the demon-y spots in there. So we'll have to fight some kind of a boss. For now though, we are just going to keep making our way through here. Just beat up old ladies. Just as you do. It's not a Souls-like game unless you're attacking just the elderly and the young. Like everything in between. Like they don't really discriminate in a lot of these games. Okay. How do I get to the marker on the map? I don't actually know. I'm going to assume, like, I'll be able to find something if I just keep wandering around the level. Like, we are just murdering folks. I don't have much to comment on. Like, they're not particularly hard to kill currently. But, I mean, we need to find the key or something. I've got a marker telling me where to go on the map. It wants me to go in that direction. Does it want me to go underground? I mean, if I'm thinking correctly, there is a separate way underground. I'm going to kick down the ladder just over here first, though. I have noticed there is a kick down of the ladder if I just make my way out here and round the side? Through this door. Okay. I was hoping I wouldn't have to go through that door. I do like avoiding doors where possible. But, ah well. That's fine. That is fine. Now, I'm still talking to myself. But that's just par for the course. It is a Nioh stream. People don't really come by. It's a bit of a shame. It has to be said. Yeah, whatever I'm looking for, it's apparently just behind that wall. Don't know which level it's on. I can only assume it's lower down. So I don't think there's a higher up to go. Okay, just kill this guy off quick. He's not too much trouble. It's definitely not anything up here, is it? Yeah, no, there's no way to get anywhere higher up. So I need to start going down. Is that a door? That's a door. Yeah, this leads to the underground. I thought there'd be a way underground. See, I told you there was an underground bit. I told you. This underground bit's a pain. But, I mean, I told you it was there. I told you it was there. Don't know who you is, but I definitely said that it was there. Yeah. I would have equipped that. I'll be honest, I don't think I care much. Let's just keep on going. Is this just... yeah, drop down here. Got a ladder back up if we need it, and that was a snake woman, not a dead body. Just take her out quick. Get a block in. She's only attacking with her hair, which seems like a really ineffective attack. Now that I'm thinking about it. It does a lot of damage, but it's actually quite easy to block, which makes sense. It does. Now, I don't know where it was in this level, but somewhere there was a boulder that falls down and follows you down some stairs. I'm thinking it was here. This looks like the place where a boulder would come and follow you. So remember there being like a side bit? Or could it be some other stairs? I don't know. somewhere here, there might be a big boulder that just falls down out of the ceiling, chases me down a set of stairs. It's hard to really say with any certainty, because, like I say, that was the previous, like, Nioh game. It's not this one. I don't think I actually beat the previous one. I got most of the way through, I think, and then decided I couldn't be bothered. Like, it's a good game, don't get me wrong. The first one, it wasn't very engaging. Combat didn't feel great. This one, to be honest, doesn't feel amazing either, a lot of the time. But it's a lot more fun, and... okay, that was a trap. Unnatural death, apparently. That's like every death in this game. Although, I guess it is more natural to die when you're hit from something, as opposed to getting hit by a trap. You just told me I got hit by a trap. You would have thought anyway. You would have thought. But yeah, just make my way back. The level's not too hard. I'm very much over leveled. This is like a level 80 mission, I think it was? I can't quite remember. It wasn't as high as a level 100 mission, and I'm level 100. That's all I can say with real certainty. Yeah, knock her down, give her a grapple attack, and now she's dead. Possibly should have backed off rather than going in for her. Just there, but you know what? It doesn't particularly matter. I took a hit, I've got healing, I can even just use my spear to heal, it's all good. And I will take his soul core. It's probably not the most useful, but I will take it. Yeah. Murder him, he steps in a trap. I want to loot that body in there. Game? Can you... It's not going to let me unless I step in the trap, isn't it? Yeah, that's not worth doing. I don't care what that item is. I don't really use items in games, so we're going to ignore it. Now, he's going to throw rocks to that. He's not... That's not a rock, that was a bomb. Yeah, but he's using bombs. Take him out, then we can get a spider. If I hit it in the abdomen and it'll fall over, and ow! That hurt. I keep forgetting these spiders do hurt you a lot. Yeah, I've hit it in the abdomen. I got a free... Is it a final blow when they're on the ground? Like, there's a lot of terms in this game, which I just don't know what to call them. Same with Dark Souls, like, what are the fancy attacks getting Dark Souls? Like, are they criticals? Are they finishers? What are they? When you do an attack and stagger the enemy. There's also someone right there, you know? Coming down. Well, I'm assuming he was going to ambush me further on, so that's probably worthwhile. Now, take out Flame Wheel. Back away. This is fine. We are doing brilliant. Died once. That was to trap. If I'm remembering correctly, there should be a wall somewhere we can do like a backflip or whatever to. I don't know if I particularly care to do that. And no, I know what this is. I walk up here, and there's going to be a boulder, right? No? Do you remove the boulder? I swear there used to be a boulder in here. Like, you see that hole in the ceiling right up there, don't you? I swear normally a boulder comes from in that bit. But I guess not this time. Not this time. Yeah, we're just gonna... Here, what are we fighting? Probably not anything good. Actually, no, it's an old lady. That one's not as bad as I thought it'd be. We've got an archer. Take you out. That's fine. And that's not fair. You attacked me from around the corner. I could not see you. My good man, that is cheating. burst counter on him and I can cheat right back. Let's just knock him out of the air. So in the stagger phase, we can just kill him. Forget. How dare he, thinking he can stand up to me. This is the grandfather. Just asleep in here, apparently. Hello. You supposed to be? Is that a prosthetic hand? Or are they just two different colours? It's a glove! I don't know.
さてはお主が文にあった秀の字とやらか。だんまりとは怖いの。仕方ない。
Yeah. I don't know the context to this mission. I'm assuming he's gonna help out in the blacksmith though. Right? Like this has got to do something. Surely. It's not just streaming to myself, like, it's really depressing. I understand it's not the most popular game, but still. Sorry my grandfather caused so much trouble, at least now he's finding the return to smithy. Yeah, if I go to blacksmith then, does that have someone new? No. Although, Forge apparently has the grandfather helping out. Okay. Okay. Can I get a bladed form? I'm thinking I want to try making a new spear. Let's just go to tea house quick. Apparently we can get some results, just get some free stuff. I know we will have lost. I picked one of the like worse off clans. Like I don't particularly care. Look, we almost had our score like doubled by the enemy. But yeah, if I trade, I wanted, what would it be? It's not transform, it's not want to transform into anyone. Despite it sounding somewhat fun, no, we don't want to transform into anyone. Although, you can transform into all sorts of people, I didn't even know that was a thing. Common or rare sword at random, on occasion you even get exotic. Let's try this once. That is a high level. Okay, yeah, that's nice. It's not something I'll ever use. That is nice. Let's try it again. Let's see if can I get a Tomariki. I mean, I'd like to get a Tomariki. What if I just sell all my equipment? That might be the better move. I could maybe just soul match. But no, what was I going to do? I was going to look for... Where is it? Do we have it in here? Bladed horns. Yes. How many can I buy? Could buy 28. I don't need that many. Let's buy 10. Alright, let's try and make our spear a bit better then. Yeah, because it's my main weapon. It's falling behind slightly. Not a lot, I'll be honest. Just slightly. Actually, no, it's falling behind quite a lot now that I look at it. If I can get level 127. That's going to be amazingly good. Let's see. Let's see. That's not a good quality, but it's level 127. 125. I mean, it's purple. I can tinker it. I can tinker. That's fine. I'll equip that. It's good enough. Temper. This. Okay, we just have gold earned permanently. Let's go for I'm gonna say break, so I can get through people's guard. I'm using block quite a lot now, so I'll stick that on. Either of these any good. Strong attack break plus percentage is better, so I use pretty much solely strong attacks. And key consumption on my block. Did I get that lowered? Honestly, yeah. That is a significant increase. There we go. I just need to equip that. Here we go. Sorted by level. Equip this. Okay. Let's go back and very quick. Soul Match, weapon. My new Tamariki, I can get a couple levels out of it. Yeah. Level 132 plus 1? Is that just a level 133? I am confused why it's got a plus 1. But yeah, we're gonna do that. Because, wait, is that plus 1 just a drastic increase in attack? That is! Oh god. Yeah, look at that. Level 127 is 881 damage. This is 934. That is a massive increase. Yeah, we're so matching to that. Hell yeah. How would we remodel a plus value? Can change specializations. Okay. I mean, I get my attack from strength. Ooh, that is nice. I can get an awful lot of damage. Oh god. That is nice. Look at that. 1000 damage. That's now stronger, I believe, than... Wait, Muramasa? As I was saying, it's stronger than my Adachi, I think. Which is amazing. And yeah, in here, soul matching discount. 2% discount. Upper limit for forged items plus 0. Level limit for forged items to plus 1. What does this mean? Wouldn't upping the lower level make it more just reliable? Like it would consistently give me a plus 1 quality item? I don't know. I'm gonna increase the upper limit. There we go. Feels as if your retirement's still a long way off. Good to hear. Well, I'm not letting you retire for quite a while, because you're apparently just really good at this. Yeah. Just sell everything. I'm surprised about stuff just locked. I don't actually care for any of this stuff, I don't think. So let's just get that uncrafted. I do like these. I'll keep these actually. They're quite nice. Yeah, check all. Sell. Yes. Good. Got a lot of money now. Yeah, let's get back to missions. I now have a very powerful spear, like... Yeah, more powerful than... Yeah, that is good. More powerful than the Adachi. This spear is gonna murder incredibly well. Oh, I'm looking forward to this. This is gonna be lovely. And are we fighting against or with him? Against him. Got it. I think I've fought you in the past, haven't I? Yeah, I remember fighting him. He was one of the mini-bosses in, like, the Burning Palace mission, where we had to go rescue... was it someone's wife? I can't quite remember. But I have fought this man before. He wasn't too tough. Can I do it first try? First, like, boss battle of the week. Come on. Just... I can do this. Pins just thrust at him. He can't stop me. When it comes to thrusting, I am unstoppable. What is he doing? Fire attack of some kind. He's imbued his spear with fire. Just keep attacking him, honestly. He can't really stop me. Just, there we go. He's now grappleable and he should be dead. Or beaten. Probably not dead. I think he's a friend. Yeah, that was simple. Thank you for the fight. Yeah, I'm very powerful with my new spear. I quite like this. I don't know what this +1 rarity is, but oh god, that makes it nice. That makes it nice. It's especially nice, seeing as I'm able to, like, change its sort of scales a bit better of strength. I'm also going to go here, because this has an exclamation mark. I'm assuming there's something. We unlocked it last time. The interim. So where the tutorial of the... well, not really tutorial. Is where the game started. And I don't know why I'd want to come back. Is this where I talk to spirits of the dead? Possibly? Also got a big tree in the middle. Or, not really a big tree, but a tree. I want to leave. I mean, yes. I also kind of want to have a look around. Can we find Nobunaga? Find that guy. I recognised you. You're that guy from the tea house, aren't you? I think you might be. You Nobunaga? I don't think so. Let's have a talk anyway. Ah, look who it is. Happy to say Luigi doesn't appear to be here. Seems you're indeed as good as your word. You have my thanks. Yes, this is just dead people who've met in my journeys, and also our mum. But we don't need to talk to our mum. Where's Nobunaga? He should be here, right? He's a kind of prominent character. We were his... I mean, were we his samurai? I didn't really get all that invested in it. He doesn't seem to be here. Let's just jump down. Apparently fall damage is a thing, so you could actually die in here if you're not careful. I mean, I'm not careful, I somehow survived, so I think it should be fine. But yeah. Any of these useful? Speak with people in the interim to unlock submissions. Okay, we're going back. I guess we need to talk to everyone. God damn it. I don't want to have to talk to people. It's a boring part of the game, talking to people. No one comes to Souls-like game and thinks, oh yeah, I'm gonna go talk to everyone. Like, nah, that's the boring part. Alright. Hello. Ah, what a joy it is to hold my beloved Hiragumo once again. Stroke a smooth surface, to feel its full round form. You know what I mean, don't you? Hell's the appetite. Look at that, this looks like a teacup. This place, wishes beyond your wildest dreams can be granted. Isn't bad at all. I've no intention of leaving for the time being. Okay, now that's all he says. I've got a Kappa. Can I talk to you? You're more interesting than most. The place is full of strange folks. Them seem bothered at my yokai. One day I hope one day humans and yokai can work together. I pray it'll really happen. Okay, so they don't mind the fact he's a yokai. Good to know. Next person to talk to, you got a big sword. You're that one I beat in the first online mode battle. Wait, you're Kichiro's. Well, what a surprise. How is Lord Mitsuhide? I trust he's well. Paraphrase that a little. That's fine. More people. If I go this way, can I? I can't. Okay, then let's just find a way to drop down. Can I drop down there? No? Okay, we're just gonna have to run all the way down. Take a small shortcut. Yeah, now we're gonna go up this side. Anyone up here? No? Okay, I'll be up to that guy drop next in a second. And actually, no, I'll talk to you. Hello. Sinterim, populated by those who died with regrets. Speak to them, perhaps you can help them escape this place. Hey, so I'm helping people move on, potentially. Seems you found what you sought, but he's still out there gathering spirit stones. You must proceed with caution. I've asked with people. Your father, I call my... well, know that his love goes with you wherever you go. Okay, that's good and all. Let's just talk to this guy. I think you're the last one. It's you. Thank you for freeing me from the pain of being a yokai. Yet the despair of those brave men who died for me still remains. Until it's cleansed, it will fester in this place. That despair will draw more and more unquiet spirits to it. Beg you, rid the world of it before it claims more victims. Okay, so finally got a mission. Getting a mission from him. I go around and talk to these guys again. Can I get a mission from you? Relief your prayers have been answered. What my daughter Fuku? I trust she is safe and well. Seems to relate that even after death, my unruly spirit remains at large in the world. If she to leave the world my daughter dwells in with yet more evil. Please beg of you, vanquish my unquiet spirit. Okay, that's 2 new missions. Okay, no one's up there. Go down. Drop down this bit. Okay, what about you? No, you're still not wanting to leave. Fair enough. Can't worry about my daughter's well-being. Seems the land is racked by war and pain. Okay, nothing there. Talk to you again. Yeah, nah. Nothing. Talk to the yokai one last time, then we can just want them to live together. Fair enough. Fair enough. Is there anyone out here, is there? No? No, no one's out there. Well, we got 2 new missions. There's apparently more people will need to speak to in the interim, seeing as we can't speak to them yet to get any missions. Assuming, like, some of these submissions become unlocked later on. But yeah, for now, let's go do some of these. Maybe do them later, quite high leveled actually. Let's just go for the main mission. Go fight a proper boss with our brand new +1 spear. It starts feeling like D&D or something when you add in like +1 items. I've never understood that as a concept. Like, is it made from better materials? Is it sharper? Like, how does an improvement system work based on just plus numbers? Is it enchanted? Who knows? I'm quiet for this. This is a tea maker, man.
茶の湯を通して道を正そうと努めてきましたが、黄金に見せられて人の心まで失ってしまうとは。天界によう頼んどきます。
Guy tried to help Takichiro using his tea.
あとはよろしゅうに。
I don't know why he's flying around in a whale in that cutscene thing, but we don't need to question that, that's fine. Got him dead. Yeah. Poor guy. What a way to go. Impaled by, I'm assuming, rocks in a way.
もう手加減は不要ね。
Yeah. She apparently liked that man. I could have sworn they only met once. Maybe something happened in like the... Was it 6 years since you were stabbed last time? I can't remember. Yeah, let's just keep on going for now. We've been possessed by a whale. Just your usual Tuesday afternoon. Now, look behind me. We're in a big courtyardy area. Is there a Kadama? The answer's gonna be no. But is there? Please say there is. No? Nothing. Oh well. That's fine.
この辺りのあやかしを
Take a Ryokai here first, you go ahead. Yeah, that's all she's saying. Okay, great this. Now quickly look at my, like, accessories, what they're called? Oh, okay. These things. It doesn't have like a proper name. We're gonna change some of these. Kadama sensor I'd like to keep. And yeah, we're not gonna use either of them. We haven't picked up anything better, have we? Paralysis accumulation of on enemies. Master of Spears. Yeah, no, okay, that's a shame. We're not going to be doing that. Key recovery unscathed. Honestly, no. Just keep it as is. Keep it as is, it's fine. Yeah, it looks like... people? Yeah, people we need to murder. It still does not make up for what was done to Master Riku. Or Rikyu? Rikyu? I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce it. I didn't read the first part of that, but I'm assuming the goat was going on about how what Takichiro's done is unforgivable because goat liked man-made tea. Or something like that. Seems to be the kind of vibe I was guessing. God, yeah, we do just murder us, new spear. I'm liking that. You can break through some of these screens. Just keep that in mind. Did think it looked like a paper screen, so I'm glad I was correct. Apparently this is like a hidden away treasure room as well. I'm glad I just stumbled into it. I wasn't particularly looking, it has to be said. Let's murder you. There we go, 1 down, 2 down. Yeah, like, the spear, this is good. The new spear is doing a wonderful job. Sadly, it's not the, like, one from before with the... what was it I had on it? Was it shock accumulation up? That's a really nice one. I can manage without it. We've also got this dog just walking into a rock. Don't question it and just get rid of him. These dogs, I don't like killing them. I really don't, but they're a real pain to deal with. I don't know what kind of dog can do a backflip while launching, like, knives at you or whatever it is. But those dogs can. And it's not very fun when a dog does that to you. It's a little bit demeaning having a dog, isn't it? But yeah, we need to care about that for now. We just need to murder a yokai. Can I hit his horn? I'd love to. Let's see. Yep, smashed his horn in. Get a burst counter, it's him on the ground. And yeah. One demon or yokai taken care of. I could have sworn yokai, like I keep saying, it means demon in Japanese, doesn't it? Like, I am just killing a demon, is what I'm up to. But all of them are technically demons. I don't understand. Why is he called a yokai? I'll need to look up, like, the translation of it sometime, because it is going to annoy me. I arguably shouldn't let it annoy me, but it is going to. Yeah, we have found the shortcut, so get that open. Yeah, now we just walk up to you and do a charge. It's fun. Back away, he's trying to run up to me. Let's just charge again. There we go. Such a stupid move, but somehow it works. And I swear, like, if you did that in real life, like charging with your spear right in front of you, it should not work as a move. Like, I understand if someone stayed still, yeah, you do like a good amount of damage. You'd impale them with it. But no one's gonna stand still against an individual person doing a spear charge. Like, maybe if I had a line of people, like a phalanx kind of thing. Then I could see it working. But not this. This is just stupid. It's just stupid. Not that I don't like it. Like, it is good fun. But it really does not strike me as something that should work. Yeah, anything hidden in this room? Yes. That's completely knocked down above that wall. It's not exactly hidden though, I'm assuming from the massive open door. Yeah, maybe I was overthinking things. Just a little. Just a smidge. Just a smidge. Yeah, we can get rid of these guys. Got one dog in here as well. Don't like dog. Keeps backflipping. It makes me feel inferior. But yeah, just get rid of these guys. I'm assuming killing everything is a good move, right? Like, I might as well just kill all of them. There's no reason not to, I would think anyway. He's gone in for a kick. Can I smash his horn? Yes, I can. Just give him a bit of a stab. He's been broken. Let's just finish him now. One last hit. There we go. We gained a proficiency point with the spear, which I believe, if I'm thinking about this correctly, yeah, it can be translated into straight up extra damage. Is that what I want? I'm using mid stance. Better key. Let's go for key first. On full health, melee damage increases by 1%. For my current weapon, that'd be like an extra 10 damage. It's alright. And seeing as I do heal through my attacks, staying at full health is quite easy. I think that one might be worth grabbing. I'll maybe grab that at the next proficiency point. Do you think the extra max key is going to be more useful? Like, let me have a quick check. Can we see our key? Okay, no. 10 max key is nothing. Never mind, that was a waste of a point. Ah well. Ah well. Is this going to be a boss gauntlet? So I can see this guy here. Am I gonna... Right. Yeah, I'm gonna go fight this guy. This is gonna be a boss gauntlet, isn't it? I don't like boss gauntlets, but I can murder you, it's fine. He's not too tough. We beat him in a submission not long ago. Like, this is entirely doable. Just get my key back, dodge away, he goes in for a kick, he goes in for another kick, he only ever does 2, and I've tried to burst counter that. As you can probably tell, it didn't quite work. I don't think I need to drop a heal. I trust myself not to get hit and to be able to do damage to it. Now back away. And no, he's not doing his little burst. No, there he goes. Now going for a couple of attacks. Get a burst counter. Although apparently that didn't do anything. Just get him into stagger. Here we go. I don't think he does any kind of flurry when Xing this. Back away just in case. Yeah, no, when Xing from that, he doesn't do any kind of fancy spinny around whirlwind move. Seems to be only when he's entering it. So yeah, continue to murder him. We're fine. And that didn't work. Okay, maybe we're not getting max health. And you know what, I will drop a heal at this point, because that's not even going to full heal me. Come on. He's like one hit away from... I mean, he was a hit away from his stagger phase. He's now in his stagger, back away from that. Hit him a few times. Doesn't need many hits, although... Yeah, I'm not able to burst counter that one, as a brute. That's not doable. And I might die here. Just attack him. There we go. Back away. Drop a heal. This is fine. It's really not fine, but it's fine. Just dodge him a bit. Come on. That's in a stagger phase. Just hit him. One last hit. Down he goes. Down the Enra goes. Hey. I'm hoping this isn't going to be a boss conflict. I'm really hoping. And while I would like to drop a heal, I'm gonna assume there's a shrine. Like up here or something, right? Wouldn't be as cruel as to not give me a shrine after doing that. Right? There's not a shrine, is there? Yeah, I know, people have died over there. Okay, down the ladder, that's fine. That's fine. Let's just open up a shortcut from going down here. Looks like it, unless... What else could this be opening? It has to be a shortcut. Which then takes me back to the shrine here. Okay, yeah. I do want to just get a heal from the shrine. Here we go. Get myself a level up as well while I'm at it. And yeah, just keep going for strength, because that's now giving me good scaling for my spear. Like, that is insane. 5 extra damage. Ooh, that is lovely. Also, this guy does want to murder me. So, didn't mean to go for a leg sweep. I meant to do a charge. Why? I pressed the wrong button. But that's fine. Just murder, folks. It's all good. Murder is the one thing I'm half decent at. Camera angles can definitely not seem good at, judging by the ladder ascent while looking at my character's ass. Although you could argue, maybe it's a good angle. It depends on your preferences. Now, what's going on here? What's going on? It's got a hole in the ceiling there. Anything want to drop down on me? No, there's just a man. I didn't even spot this man. There's another man? I swear you weren't here a second ago. Was I just that blind? I had a look around and I didn't see anyone. I might have just been blind. I'm now very confused. If I keep like walking around, it's not looping the scenery or anything. Walking under this. Who are we killed by? Just a warrior. It's a bit depressing just getting killed by a generic warrior in a game. But yeah. Just be a bit sneaky. Stab him in the back. What is he trying to loot? Lumicite fragment. I mean, yeah, Spirit Stone, fair enough. Can't really blame him. Sense there may be trouble ahead. Spirits of Artama grow even more restless. Keep your wits about you. Okay, is he going to say anything else? This little goat man? I don't think he is. You need to be a bit careful. We've got an Arbrant here. Arbrant doesn't seem too bad. No, he's definitely not. I've just murdered him. Got behind the Gaki. Murder. Okay, the other one turned around. I'm gonna say go up behind him as well. Nah, one stab in the back's all we get, apparently. Yeah, I'm assuming destroy that big crystal. Yeah, that big crystal's gonna summon enemies. It's all I need to get rid of, though. Okay, back off a little. Maybe just be careful. Ouch! I need to be very careful. Back off a bit. Okay, I can get it finished. I just need to get my key back. Right, you know what? Just drop a heal. Murder this guy. I have a feeling he's going to be continuously respawning. Is the only thing. Is he going to respawn? I mean, not immediately. He's not immediately respawning. I mean, destroy that. There goes the demon. My master and Rose's servant may enter, leave this place. I'm assuming that would be one of these ancient yokai or demon or whatever that this Chikuru released. Such a some connection between Kurai and that huge crystal. Who prints that right? That's all that goat's saying as well, so that's fine. Just go to shrine. Drink of water. Yeah. Is this a breakdownable wall? No. We are fighting demons now. I can see there's a Kadama just in the corner of that room in there. How would I get there? We've got a shortcut which opens obviously from the other side. I'm not even going to try and open it. Largely because there is a fight going on, I'm not going to try and open it. But yeah, just take him out. This is fine. Down he goes. Now, this is just Spirit Stone, it's not a Dark Realm, so be a little careful. Purify that, and where the hell did that man come from? I didn't even spot you a second ago. Need to be careful, I don't like this nimble guy next to me. I'm gonna take out the soldier first. Okay, there we go. I did not mean to do smite. I keep trying to strong attack while my guard's up. It's not what you do. Actually, this guy is continually healing. He's not really all that easily killable then. I need to be very careful here. Yeah, that crystal's rejuvenating this fella. Just one last hit, then he goes. Thinking he's not going to respawn. Let's go take care of this crystal. 1, 2, 3. It's not an exploding crystal actually. I don't need to be all that careful with my attacks. Yeah, Kadama. Hello. I knew you were in here. Yeah, what did destroying that crystal do? I'm assuming something good. I couldn't say for certain though. Yeah, it's open from the other side, fair enough. We can get this, however. Move awesome leaves are ablaze, but it can't be easy to maintain this place. Kichiro must have gathered many spirit stones to end with such a splendid castle. Another big stone in there. I'll go for that in a moment. Is there anything else we can do first? Apparently, yes. Oh, I tried to get backstab on you, that didn't work, because you noticed I was here. That's fine, let me do his charge. He can't hit me if I go behind a wall. Just be careful. Okay, he's broken, now he's dead. Okay, no, never mind, one last time. Thought I would have had him killed, as I said, he was dead, but yeah, it's hard to judge at times in this game when you'll be killing someone. It does like surprising you every now and again. I do have a lot of skills actually. I should really learn some of these. Ranged damage, because I don't really care for samurai skills. I think speed would be nice. Anything else? I'd like to make my way up to this. Chance to give me my arrows back when killing enemies with their weak points. So yeah, I need to go up that route. Okay, that's fine. I can do that. I can most certainly do that. I'm just talking to myself though. Again, I did notice for a short while there were people actually here. I apparently had 3 viewers. So it's down to myself again. Just me talking to only myself. This is brilliant. Anything in here? I don't think so. I mean, life leech, Blackbringer, devigorate. No, I don't think I care for any of them. I'll just grab this. Don't know what it is. Lightning stop talisman. Okay, no, that was one of the worst ones I could have got. Alright, that's fine. Wait, just go through this area. Charge at him. He gets 2 shots to do enough damage. That other enemy. Minimap's saying there's an enemy right next to me practically. I don't know where. I mean, I can just ignore that area. Just go down. Do I want to just go down? No, I don't. I want to actually clear out the area, given a chance. It's boring to not. Although, if we're going to be fighting in a spirit realm, and I have just picked up one of these. Hello, cat. We're going to have you come assist us. Spirit of a dead child who wants maternal warmth because you didn't have it, because you died prematurely. Lovely little animal, isn't it? Yeah. Murder this one. Come on. Just Scampus is gonna help out. Be a little on the careful side. There's a yokai nearby. I know he was somewhere. I don't know entirely where he is. I spotted him for a moment. I think he's just over to the right of this staircase. Think anyway. About done with this one though. Give her a burst counter as her gone. Yeah, Spirit Stone. You're on your own. So die, please. That should... I didn't expect it to let me drop down here. I was kind of wanting to just pick up the items I saw it drop. Alright, that's fine. Just kill the things down here now. It does mean most of these enemies aren't going to respawn at this point, which is good. Arborant Soldier, you've got your key back, annoyingly. Not too annoyingly, because you are just easily enough killed. Sneak up behind... Yeah, wait, no, it's just a Gappy. Why am I being careful against the Gappy? Be a bit careful of you. Okay, never mind. You're a bit of a nuisance, but I don't really care. Burst counter that. I was going to go for the big windmill or water wheel even move. Come I just want to smash his horn if possible. Although he's very low now. Yeah, just killing him's a better move at that point. And ladder, as well as one of you fellows. Do I have anything to drop? Nah, not really. Anything you apparently want? The nice warm thing. What is the warm thing? I really don't know. How about I give you... What could be warm? Flamethrower mask. There we go. That's a warm thing. Can't argue with that, right? It's literally fire. Okay. That's brilliant. That's just not useful. What's up for ladder ruined? I did not mean to jump off. There looks to be a Kadama somewhere. It's just here. Where is this? I'm assuming this is a shortcut, right? Yeah. So we get a shortcut. Shortcut that leads to... the boss? Okay. So I have to fight the snake fellow. We are doing a boss gauntlet. I thought that might be the case. But I wasn't entirely certain. It's alright. That's fine. It's fine. Time to fight another boss. Just murder the last of the enemies here before we do it. So I want to make sure they don't respawn later on. So whenever we come back through this area, now we've destroyed that spirit stone thing. Like, they shouldn't respawn after I kill them this time. Yeah. Let's go fight the snake. This feels very, like, last mission-y if I'm doing a boss gauntlet. Like, it's not quite a real gauntlet, simply because, I mean, it is, like, various things between the bosses. It's not making me fight them all one after another without healing or anything daft like that. But I'm still not entirely sure about this. Like, it feels gauntless. Yeah, get him murdered. Get a block up. I want to murder a snake friend. Take you out. There we go. Snake arms are both down. I tried to get a burst counter in there. Try again. No? Apparently no. It's burst counterable, but it must only be burst counterable when it starts. Fair enough. Okay, that one hurt. Heal up. It's doing toxic. It's alright. I'm a bit poisoned. I can antidote. You patch him next to the wall, give him a whack. Yeah, that's where you get the burst counter in. Just make sure I'm keeping a reasonable distance. Yeah, he's very much getting a bit low in health and maximum ki. I can hit him once more here. Damn, slightly too slow. Almost got him to just straight up die there. Yeah, take out his arms. He's now in a staggerable state. I should have him beaten. Even if he changes, doesn't do anything as a follow-up to the change. So, yeah, just murder him. There we go. We're just fighting all the bosses again. This is quite nice. Grateful for the world my corrupt being. I'll lend you the power of the very earth. Alright. Up we go. What boss would we be fighting next? Let me try and think. What other yokais have I thought I'd better not have to fight that, like, bull fellow again? Oh god, I'll have to fight that bull with the insect wings. Not going to be happy about that. Very least I get a shrine, which means do a level up, because I have plenty to level up. I'm going to just sink it all into strength though, because, I mean, even more damage. How could you say no to more damage? I mean, if you weren't using a strength build, then you wouldn't put it into strength, but you'd still want more damage, I'm sure. Like, that is just lovely. Murder you? He's got a sliver elf. There we go. And we keep on going. You've noticed me along with your friend up the stairs. Take out you quick. Be careful of the one up above. First counter in. This guy's healing, passively, which means there's a spirit stone nearby. Can take out the spirit stone, that's fine. Where is it though? So I've got a boss and... Ah! It's the cat girl. Fitting, seeing as I'm in the cat ears. Fair enough. We do have a little Kadama in here. So not a spirit stone? I could have sworn those guys were healing. Yeah, there is a spirit stone. How did I get to there? From the other side, I'm assuming, seeing as that is a shortcut. Okay, go fight the boss for now. Unless I can hit that through the wall. No? No. Okay, boss time. I can fight Cat Lady. She wasn't too bad. I don't remember her being too bad. Okay, you can block her attacks for the most part. Maybe keep a bit of distance. Ow! She kept me from further away than I thought. I think the last time I fought her, I had a bigger room. Is where I'm kinda struggling with this. So I kinda need more space to deal with her. Get her to charge. So I can get some attacks in nice and easily. Okay, come on. Do your flurry of attacks. Then I just need to hit you. Ah, I've got itchy nose. It's not good. I had to itch it though. It would have been too distracting otherwise and... Okay. I kind of expected her to go further along the wall rather than continuing to go into me. But okay, that's fine. I might just run straight to boss this time. So these guys will respawn. I don't know if I can be bothered fighting them each time. Like, it's quite an easy path to take. That seems to be the better idea. It's first death of the mission though, just fair. Against the cat girl, so I feel that's fine. Come on, just flail at her. She doesn't do too much damage with those claws. Be careful here. Get a block. I need to try and get her into stagger phase. There we go. Just flail at her now. That's her about half health. Be careful here, because you can do like a spinning top, isn't it? I'm remembering anyway. I cannot keep your distance to her. There's, like, it's not a perfectly square room, is the thing. That's how I'm struggling, I feel. Get rid of the spinning top. I need to not be stuck in the fire. I tried to move. Was I out of stamina? Or ki or whatever? I think I might have been. Okay, I can beat her. She's not too bad. I just need to better manage my ki. Which is easier said than done. Has to be actually said. Just got a good amount of range. And yeah, because the room is quite small, I find myself getting stuck against the wall a bit with her. Well, trying to avoid whatever she's doing. So I go for a run. Is that the right thing to do? Maybe. Let's back away. If you could charge at me, that would be nice. There we go. Few attacks in. Get some blocking. Down goes Fire Affliction. And that might be her in a staggerable phase in a second. Yeah, there we go. She's now staggering. I am on fire, but just keep attacking. I can heal. And yeah, now we run away a bit. Now we run away a lot, in fact. And ouch! Stop it, you! The room's not big enough for you to be able to do this fight the original way. Like, it used to be very much a fight about manoeuvrability and used to outmaneuver her a large part. But no, it's not the case this time. Now it's just you need to be attacking her more or something, I don't know. It's weird. She summoned her friends. Let's do a roll. They're only throwing rocks, they're not too bad. Let's charge through. There we go. The friends are dead. Okay, she's lost a good amount of health. That's her out of her somewhat more scary phase. And ow! Charging again immediately. God damn it, woman. God damn it. Just block this. Come on, we can just damage her at this point and heal. Come on. I need one last hit. There we go. I probably don't need to heal up, so just loot everything, grab her soul core, and on we go. Next boss... I don't know, is there going to be next boss? I mean, there's like that twin set of armour, like the one fire, one like water dude. It's a bit of a weird one. That's the only other demon I can think of. I'm assuming that's who we're going to have to fight. Like, I couldn't see us fighting anyone else. I'll drop down here quick. What's down here? Is this like a way to open a shortcut? I forget where the shrine is in the map. Yes. Is that always there? I swear that ladder wasn't always there. I didn't kick that down, did I? I might have kicked it down. I can't remember. I pressed the button thinking I was just climbing down. Maybe I kicked it down. Like, I could be wrong. Could be wrong. Sadly, I have no one there to confirm or deny that. Because, as per usual, I'm just talking to myself. It's great fun. I miss having people on the streams. It is a bit of a shame that there's just not really anyone showing up. What's down here? That's where I came from. Okay. Back up. Just have a run. Cat teleports up to me. And... is it just him? He's being buffed by the Spirit Stone. I could take it. I've broken his arms because I hit him from behind to start fights. And yeah, that's him gone. Yeah, when you know his weakness is his bat, and he's patrolling around the room, that's quite simple. Yeah, okay. That power, SE, sir. Master Kichiro's old friend. Haha, he awaits your arrival. Okay. So I'm about to go fight the actual boss then. We'll have to fight that suit of armour, which is fair enough. That was, I believe, the mission directly before we went and fought Kichiro the first time. So yeah, that makes sense. I will just quickly murder these guys. They're not too worrying. Now, There is a Kadama. Are you in this corner? Yes, you are. There we go. That's most of the Kadama in this mission. I don't know where the last one is. There might be even more than one. Yeah, let's just go. Is this gonna pan out? It's Kichiro.
俺の新しい嫁を紹介してやる。
His new bride. She's quite the looker. See what I did there? It's a big eye. Multiple big eyes, actually. Okay. I mean, you can shoot her eye, it doesn't do much. What am I meant to be doing here? What do I attack? Do I go off to the side and hit you? I can't hit you. Or maybe I can once you come down. Okay. No, you can hit it while it's in the air as well. So you need to hit the base of it. Okay, down goes that. Drop a heal because people attack you from sides you can't actually see when you're focusing on most of these people. Just take this out. We're fine. It's been knocked down. Continue to attack it. There we go. Okay, another one. Take out this. This is like the big castle from a while ago that we had to fight. Like the giant who shapes the mountains or whatever. Can't quite remember what he was called. The big castle guy. That's all I need to say. You should be able to remember him, hopefully. Yeah, they just do a lot of status ailments, it seems. Like they have pretty much every element. Yeah, down goes another. It should just be this I have to take down. Then I'll hopefully get, like, not final blow, but an attack in against the main health bar, rather than these things, which I think are technically adds. I think if you go by a technicality, they're not the main boss, so therefore, I mean, you could say they are. And, oh, this is an entire castle as well. Alright. I kinda assumed it wasn't gonna be another castle, but no. Like, she is the whole castle, not just something around the castle. Yep. Take out these things again. This is fine. Just be careful. Burst counter in. Take it out. I am inflicted with pretty much every element. Like, I have, like, currently shots. Just be careful. That can paralyse me. Be especially careful about the paralyse. I just need to get rid of the shot and then I can take out this guy. Alright. Ouch. Okay, heal up. Or not. I don't like it when you have to do a fight and things aren't all on the same, like, side. Because things are attacking me from, like, behind me. You can't see behind you. It's a pain. It's a pain. Fights like that, I do feel benefit from a much more zoomed out camera. Like, I feel I could have beaten that first try if I didn't just get hit in the back by various things. Especially while I was healing. Alright, let's try this again. While you're doing a warm-up or whatever, just give you a big old hit. Down you go, number 1. Okay, number 2, take on this thing. There might be lasers coming in, I don't know, just attack it. Who knows what's happening. Okay, ball of fire, ball of water. That's fine. Can avoid that. 1, 2. Burst counter. 1, 2. He's down. Okay. One more tentacle. Is that a tentacle? What would you call this? I don't know what you'd call it. I don't think it's a tentacle, but you can definitely see it being tentacle-like. At least I'd imagine you could see that. I can see. This is going quite well this time. Just attack this thing. I'm assuming it only takes so much damage then goes up. It's not like a time limit. It is a time limit though. If I maybe save my key before getting the last blow in on one of these guys, that might be the way to go. Burst counter that. Okay, we're fine. Down goes one. If I can take out you, I'll be happy. That's fire behind me. Okay, we're not too low on health. This is fine. So the burst counter in a minute ago, I had better key regen for a moment. Use this guy's body to block electric. Lovely. Now onto you again. Get paralysed. I didn't want to be paralysed. That really hurt. Why would you chuck a paralysis beam into a boss? That just seems cruel. Okay. Just heal up again. Can take you on. Get a burst counter. Finish you. One last tentacle thing to go. Burst counter it. Yep. Got some attacks in. So I got a burst counter, my key should be coming back nicely. So just wait for this to come down. Yeah, if it is on time limit, this should be at dead this round. Yeah, there we go. Now we get a death blow. Yeah, apparently I won't stand in the way of her lord. I beg to differ. She's not looking so good anymore. I say as I hit her eye. At this point I learned that's the, like, guard to the blade. And, ooh, I get, like, the full sword. I wasn't expecting that. I mean, I knew it was a guard to the blade and I was correct about that, but... technically I'm now immortal. Alright. It's nice. I like being immortal. Ooh. I got a smithing text. That's nice. That sounds like a good thing to come across in a boss fight. Yeah, what now? What now? I ignored what that, like, woman Castle was saying as I picked up her soul core, but this very much feels like the end of the game. Last sorting spell of darkness is finally restored. Yep. I'm now immortal too. I'm not gonna die of old age. Some new submissions. Do enjoy a nice submarine mission. Has to be said. Yeah, let's go to here. Let's do some of the submissions, and then we'll go to the main one. We might get this finished today. I'm going to do that next main mission, which I feel should be the last one. Seeing as I've just done the boss gauntlet, it would make sense. Let's here hunt yokai together. Sure. I don't particularly need your help, but okay. That's fine. I appreciate him thinking he's going to be useful here, when he's probably not. But I mean, I'm doing a good job. That's fine. This guy apparently can't even beat some skulls. They're just floating around. That's a bit depressing, you know. Okay. If I take on the big guy, you take on the other guys. I believe in you. You can take on the small ones, my good man. I've now taken out one of the small ones. He left the skeleton, and... okay, he's gonna go finish off that guy. I see. He's an archer there. Or a gunsman. You shouldn't have a lot of health. Although our guy is struggling. Can I help? No, I don't need to help. Thank God, I didn't die in melee combat against an archer. Try and take out this guy quick. There's another guy about I can see in the minimap. Yeah. You. Hello. Just get a burst counter in. I need to heal a bit. Back away, can't get hit by that. I'm worried about that small one turning into a big one. Yeah, our friend managed to let that small one turn into a big one, which does actually look different to the regular big ones. Its eye isn't red, which is a difference. But yeah, let's continue. Knock down a tree. There we go. And we get ourselves a nice hot spring. You gonna join us, my good man? He's gonna stare at me while I'm naked. He's gonna stare at me while I'm naked and question what I'm up to. Fair enough, that's probably a more reasonable response you could have had. Alright, that's fine. Now, see red dots on the map. There's enemies already here, we're not spawning in yet. That door is locked, but it looks like there might be an enemy in there. Don't ignore it, they're probably on the roof. Can't see any enemies on the roof. Well, I'll go to a shrine. That's all good. Let's drop ourselves a checkpoint. And now we go to... oh yeah, this is definitely like a big enemy here. That guy is digging underground. Stay away for a moment. We need to take care of Agaki. Okay, friends probably got that other one, right? I just need to take on this guy. Just give him a whack. There we go. The Lyra is down. Yanamaba? I want to say she is. I can't remember. I think that's what she is. Just try and break his horn. We're getting shot a little bit. That's fine enough. I can dodge it for the most part. Pick up the yokai soul. And yeah, my friend just got hit by that. You're not very good at this, are you? Down he goes. You know, we've got an Inkai. I haven't fought one of these in a while. It's been a good long time since we have. They very much just got me there. I need to drop a heal. My friend's probably going to struggle against one of these guys, to be honest. But even Inkai, I don't trust my friend to deal with on his own. Let's try and take it out. Then we can deal with the Tengu. Just give him a whack. Okay. Down goes the Inkai. Pick up my friend. Tengu's in the air. That's fine. It's charging. Whack, whack, whack. Key burst, move away. We're fine here. I hope we're fine here. Yeah, we are. We are. Is that it? A lot stronger than you were back then, but so am I. Are you? I don't buy that. Okay. Sure. Find out who's the toughest. We're gonna fight in a second. Okay, give me a moment. I found a new bow that I want to look at. Yeah, we're equipping this new bow. That's good. It's not technically an enemy yet, but couldn't I shoot him in the head? Come on, you're not starting to cut you down, are you? Okay, so we are actually fighting this man. Alright, fair enough. I can fight a man. He's also got a spear. It seems like a spear is a favourite weapon of the devs in this game. Like, everything uses a spear. I mean, myself included. Like, I don't blame the devs for liking it. They did a good job. Spear is good fun. But, yeah, it seems a little powerful at times. Especially when you can just completely wipe the floor with him. Oh, Christ. You'd win. I'm not done yet. What, you're still going? No. No, you're just clapping. That is the end of the mission. Alright. That was simple enough done. Still just talking to myself. It's been an hour and a half. Why is this game so unpopular? In terms of like anyone wanting to come by, it really is a shame. I like doing this game. I enjoy Souls-likes. I can't help it if I've not got the best commentary I'm doing them. Like Hardest here. And usually I just talk to people when they come by. That's what I enjoy most. But I'm just having to be just odd and speak mostly nonsense. Just to fill the time with something. It annoys me. A little. Just a little. Like, I'm not all that bothered. Anyways, this is another, like... Yeah, another mission where we get a friend. Oh, I do love missions where you get a friend. They're so fun. Friends are so useful in this. I mean, to be fair, I have died. Like, she definitely took the easier of the two. I don't like the fast ones. I can't deal with the fast ones because you hit hard as well as quickly. Okay. I can take you out, and I don't want to do that. The guard needs to drop ever so slightly quicker than I want it to. And I'm not doing well here, am I? Okay. No, I need to take this more seriously. I can't just assume I'm gonna wipe the floor with him or anything. I need to kill this guy before my friend dies. That's the tough part. Okay, there we go. Now we murder the demon, who immediately changes his focus to me. Which is fair enough, I am the more immediate threat to him. The other one is just like a dancer, I think. Oh, she does have a big sword. And okay, for a second I thought she was attacking me. No, she's attacking this guy, the wheel monk, who I agree is a priority target. We just have Yukai with an axe. While I'm attacking him, I'll itch my nose, because he's not tough. Regular yokai are fine. So is this guy. Got big dramatic music, but I'm honestly happy to deal with him. Like, he's not tough. Like, that's him dead. And sadly, we've got a yokai with a gun? Okay. Didn't know we got that. But alright. Okay, maybe don't charge in at him. It's not just a gun. Although if he's focused on me, he does just keep his gun out if I'm far away. That's interesting. Maybe use that to exploit him at some point in the future. I could see that being exploitable. He keeps his focus on me. Friend, you gonna run in? Yes. Come on. Oh, he's changed his focus. That's a shame. I can murder him now though. It's fine. If we do have a meat shield with us, we don't have anything to worry about. this door I go through? I'm assuming it is. I don't know what I'm doing here. Like, are we clearing out all the yokai? No, we're not. I don't need extra levels, so I'm gonna leave him there, because he's not particularly dangerous. Especially with his patrol route, he's not dangerous. Okay, Sky, come on, I can take you down. Get up for friend. Yeah, you're not done yet, you're right. Still have to go up there and hit him while he tries to tap me. Well, he's immediately just ignoring me. So, I guess we just murder him. Having a meat shield's good. Although, apparently the one I've left has noticed that we were here. Somehow. Through maybe some kind of sixth sense. If it's a sixth sense, I could see that. He did just appear after we were miles away though. So yeah, it's got to be some kind of just thing saying that he's supposed to go find you. Get another annoying one. Just slow down you, quick. Let's murder her first. The other one's ranged, so they're a bit of a threat, but honestly, less of an immediate threat. Because she's quick, that one, and can hit relatively hard. Although she hits hard too. Okay, I thought she was a lot softer. Apparently not. And we are monk here with priority. I don't care about the other one, he's an old lantern. It's fine. Okay. Yeah, take out this. We're behind them and... God damn it, she's fallen down. Again. She's not great at this whole not falling over thing. Okay, fight this person. They immediately changed their focus to me, which I feel is a bit mean. This guy is not focused on me. Okay, take out you. There we go. Drop a heal. And, ooh, this is a lightning one? I don't think I've ever seen a lightning version of one of these. I've seen water and I've seen fire. It's interesting, I didn't know they came in all various flavours. Anyway, back we go, up again. So it's going how I think it is. We need to go through to one last room. And, ow, I forgot he had a ranged attack. We hit him in the back. He's about to do something, but we just murder him instead. Having meat shields is fun, they draw attention. But yeah, it looks like... If I go down here... I can kick down the ladder. That's us now got a shortcut. That's good. And now... we have to... fight in here. I was about to say go up to a shrine, but no, we're not doing that yet. Let's murder this guy, come on. I wonder, I have a different grapple now that I have the sword. I've apparently still got, like, blade on my hilt. Like the knife, rather than the full-on sword, which I've just spent the last main mission making. Slow her down a bit. Let's finish her. Got the lantern after me as well with his projectiles. So he's going to be a threat. Not too immediate a threat. But yeah, maybe we can take him on. This is fine. He's not got the most health. My friend's back up. Clean this area. We've got this guy. Who else is going to show? So it's not just going to be him. Yeah, no, I would just still use the, like, glowing knife. Annoyingly. And it's one of you. Need to drop a quick heal. She draws the aggro. I can get behind. Broken his extra arms. We now win. Is that it? That should be about the mission, right? No, there's still more. But there's still more. Apparently you were meant to show up during that fight, but we beat him too quick. So there we go. Yeah, seeing as we've got a shrine, we have like a repeat boss fights. What are we doing on the roof? It's not a repeat boss fight, I don't know what it would be. Although actually I had to level up in here. As much as it pains me, I need to put another point into strength. So I want more damage. Because I kept it at 69, which I mean would have been funny and all, but I kinda want to just have the more damage. Yeah, we're not onto the roof, we're fighting Catwoman. We fought her a minute ago. Why are we having to fight her again? This is weird. I'm not gonna question it. That's fine. Just ow. Take out them. Heal up. Is mildly distracted trying to take out the Gappy. Just keep on impaling her in the arse. This is fine. It's not fine if she charges. Just keep my distance. Her aggro is currently on my friend. I just happened to get caught in that radial, that's fine. Just murder her. She's in a stagger phase, so just keep on flailing. Okay, come on. Me and my friend, we can do this. If I just block for a minute, that does genuinely help. So my friend can get some attacks in. My friend's now down. Or, no, did she get back up? She's gotten back up, yeah. Okay, I can just continue to attack from behind then. Just get a burst counter and save my friend from getting grabbed and whatever that grapple move would have been. Okay, we're doing fine. Just a couple more hits and that's a stagger. Lovely to see. Get a hit in there, we can burst counter that. Back away. Need my key to return. She's summoning her friends. Just charge at one of them. Take out the other. Okay, we've got spinning top. Okay, spinning top's been dealt with for something, I don't entirely know. You get her into stagger phase, you should have her dead. Come on. Nah, she needs slightly more damage in. This is all good. Just back away. Can my friend finish her off? Possibly. Let me just charge in like that. There we go. We got a hairpin, did we? That makes me think that sister became Catgirl. Which, I mean, worse things could happen. No luck here either. Thank you once again for all your help. Okay. I thought don't give because I wanted to look around the level more, but no. Apparently, I didn't give her her sister's hairpin. She's just gonna live in hope that her sister's still alive. This is cruel. This is actually cruel. I shouldn't give her false hope. That's mean. That is really mean. I don't like that. That aside though, another mission, I guess. Hooray. I don't like just not handing over the proof that the sister is dead. Or that she'd been there anyway. We didn't find the corpse, we only found the hairpin. Which we heard in the previous mission belonged to the sister. And, oh, we're fighting this guy again. It was all about him a minute ago. As who I thought we might be fighting as one of the bosses in that last main mission. doing mostly fine. I'm very much alive at that, but we're mostly fine. Oh god, yeah, we're not fine. That one-shots me apparently, that. Okay, that's bad. I don't like being one-shot. We need to make sure we counter that when that comes up. Well, let's attack him again. Come on. Maybe blocking would have been better than trying to dodge at all. 1, 2, he burst. Got a burst counter in. That's him staggered. Or in a stagger phase. Just charge at him. Did some damage. Okay. Need to be careful here. Back away a bit, I need to heal again. Oh, that is dangerous. Continually block. Heal up. Okay. Baited out an attack. Can attack him from far away thanks to the like mystic art I have. Like, it's a really good one. Lets me just do slightly better. Okay. For now, he's down to half health. We're not getting him into stagger phase out of this. Annoyingly. But, yeah, we can do this. Although, no, maybe I can get him into stagger phase. Just need to keep on hitting him a bit. Okay, if I could land that last hit there, while he was still in that form, then yeah, we would have got a stagger out of it. I just grab another crystal, get a bit extra bonus elemental damage in. Stab, stab, stab. Do a bit of blocking. Stab him again. Block. Stab him some more. Yeah, this is going fine. This is going fine. And, that's the one shot. I'm not one shot. I must have been slightly not full on health last time. Okay. That's fine. That ranged attack almost homed in on me. This is fine. I need to bait out an attack if possible. Those arrows are very concerning. I don't know how to avoid them. I don't think I ever quite figured it out. Okay, just attack him a bit. Then we defend. Wait for my key to come back. Defend again. Okay. This isn't ideal. Yeah, this is hardly ideal. I'm just continually blocking. Get a burst counter. Okay, we're about done. Just hit him a couple more times. He's in a stagger phase. We beat him. Lovely. We got 2 separate swords out of that. Handmade doll as well. As I've always wanted? What do I do for handmade doll? Is that something I give to the man in the interim? Possibly. That might be my proof that I've helped out. I did it thanks to you, so darkness have been extirpated and my daughter can now live in peace. I'm deeply indebted to you. Never can rest at last. Loved. Well, I want to equip this. It's kind of a fun one, I'll be honest. I do like the idea of becoming a Beyblade. What do I currently have? No, I prefer the like laser head coming out of the ground. That sounds more fun. Now, next main mission, yeah, 112, so we can do this. Yeah, I'm kind of curious. What are we doing in this one? This is, I believe, the boar person? We fought in the burning castle. Exactly is going to happen here. Bridge. To the castle, apparently our goal is on this bridge. What are we doing? These like supposed to be the spirits of his dead men, and that's a hole. I kinda thought this would be a full bridge without holes. Apparently not. I was mistaken. Okay, a hole there. I'm assuming all of these guys drowned. Yeah, all of them fell in while fighting. Guy next to skeleton. They won't. So that's not next to any kind of holes. Although, a hole just on the other side of that skeleton over there. Okay, take out skeleton. Run to just the Enkai. Make sure I don't have a hole behind me. Burst countered him. I think that broke his horn though, rather than actually burst countered. But that doesn't matter. That guy's dead. Now people behind us. Take out you. Burst counter him. I think I was slightly too late with it. That's fine though. Because this guy is shocked, so take him out. R. We want to heal. Sure. Why not? Yeah, that one belong next to the real threat because it can do range stuff. It's not much of a threat. I can just go in and fight in a second. Just get rid of poison. Now we go murder him. Can we knock him into a pit? I doubt it. Usually you can't knock yokai into pits too easily. He knocks his corpse in. That's good enough. Yeah, that's the intro to the mission. There's more to be done. For example, there's you here. Hello, Mr. Enkai. Take you out if I can. I've got Archer behind me. I'll need to climb that ladder. He's done a good bit of damage on me, actually. I kinda thought I could tank through it. But only just. And you're not even a demon, are you? No, you are. You can use a bow. That's surprising. I didn't know they could use bows. I thought they just like spit their fireballs or whatever. Alright. Fair enough. Okay. Where is my objective? Is it just this? I think it might be in here. I did notice it was in this tower. But this tower has, I believe, 3 floors to it. So it could really be at any point in this tower. Take out this guy if I can. Avoid his poisony breath. Then goes. Is this it? No, there's more. There's more. That's fine. I can take on you. You're just a minor. Not a child, like an actual minor. That guy's gonna charge at me. Can't do much. Just murder him. You know, I'm on fire, but that's fine. I can heal through it. Just get rid of the flames. And we have to fight a Wyra. I can fight a Wyra. I'd ideally not want to have to fight some other things alongside a Wyra. I can fight a Wyra. Still fine. Like, even if I have been hit a little. Just... Ah, that's fire. I didn't know there was fire there. I accidentally ran into that. That serves me right for trying to back off, I guess. I do love environmental hazards in games. They're the best part of a lot of them. Can I just run past that Enkai? I'd imagine I could. I can't run past Archer up here though. Let's take out you. Let's be stealthy. Oh my good sir. If you would die, I would greatly appreciate it. Yeah, just drop back down. Kai, sneak up behind them, get a powerful hit from behind. There we go. And now we just flail at him. And he'll just die. He's in the stagger phase now. Yeah, because we don't have our spirit animal lover doing that. I don't actually get any passive healing, annoyingly. But yeah, that's fine. I can murder you. Am I able to hit her into fire, do you think? I don't know. I'm about dead without having to worry about that, so maybe just kill her. God, I hate having to fight extra people. If I can just get her quit, I don't have to worry about the head guy, or neck guy, I think's more fitting. Yeah, she can go into fire. Doesn't seem to do much. Yeah, she can just stab me a little. Oh, I hate having to fight multiple people at once. I would have been fine that first time if I hadn't accidentally walked into fire. That's the annoying part. I would have won that if I hadn't walked into the damned fire. Now I'm being overly cautious about it. That's really messing with me. Just kill this man. Not really a man, but kill him. Down they go. I don't care about using the ladder. And I don't care about Monk. Just ignore him. Imagine this will seal up behind me. Where's my grave? Did it automatically come to me? Must have. Okay, just murder her quick before neck person shows up. The neck person showed up on top of me. How fun. That staggered me when he did that. So that was nice. First counter in. I'm not even focusing on the neck guy. I'm trying to take out her. There we go. First counter him. Stab him. Lovely. Okay, next. We can deal with these guys nice and easy. This isn't tough. Real Monk, nice and easy too. Kind of expect him to come in a third time, but that's fine. Now, he's in the fire, but he doesn't die to fire, because, I mean, he is fire. So yeah, no, that's fine. Back to where we were last time now. I can take out the lightning skulls. That'd be nice. There we go, both of them are down. Just get a burst counter there, and now we murder. Look at that. That was definitely a lot easier than it felt last time, when I just died for what didn't feel like a good reason. Yeah, make my way through here. Ignore you, we can just climb up the ladder. I don't think they can shoot up. I think they can only shoot horizontally. Yeah. Now to what I'm assuming is the final room. I don't know what else would be the final room. But yeah, just try and be careful here, because yeah, that skeleton guy is a pain if I let him get like a hit in too often. Now he's on his own though. Can take him out. He's on the ground, so heal, then we stab. And oh god, it's you! I hate this man with a passion. I've got a better spear this time though. So that's nice. So come on. Usually these ones are easier. Like the recurring boss is easier in the first time you fight them. So let's see if that's true. I mean, definitely doesn't seem as bad. I might just be better at the game since then. It's unlikely. But I aren't making any like obvious mistakes. I already know his patterns. So honestly, this should be going quite well. Got a burst counter in. Just keep on attacking. Yeah, there we go. We've got him staggered. Keep on going. Let's block. Attacking again. Some staggered, and he should be dead. Yeah, this was laughably simple compared to the first time we fought him. Just, there we go. Well, fair enough. It was his regret came here for. Thanks for spotting me, would desecrate myself and my family. Poor guy. Can rest at peace now though, as his spirit's been avenged? How does this work? Was it avenged? I'm confused. Maybe just don't question. Yeah, do we want that? Probably not. Yeah, main mission with what could be the last one. I don't actually know. Let me check. Is it usually the 3 main missions? 1, 2, and 3 in here. Yeah. Okay. This could be the final thing. This feels like the end point. Unless we beat this guy, then we have to fight the reincarnation of, like, the big spirited dude. Like, the big bad. I could see that maybe being, like, one more mission. I don't know how we drag an extra sequence out of it. Unless he escapes, the world falls into chaos, I mean, to track him down, defeat his subordinates. Like, kinda anime arc kinda thing. It's her. He is our friend. Trying to assassinate him or something? And she's not doing a very good job if that's what it is. Kaz got her sword out, which is a good start. No, we are trying to assassinate him. Fair enough. Fair enough. Like, I'm surprised they passed off as one of those viewers. Oh god. That's first. I hadn't thought they'd just be a normal woman and then immediately turn into a snake. Oh god, what kind of black magic is this? Also, we've got a Kadama back here. Hello, little guy. That was peculiar. Just activate the shrine. We've got maybe 2 levels in this, actually. No, only the 1. Levels are costing a lot at this stage. Keep putting it into strength. Strength's the way to go. I do so much damage with my spear now. It's absurd. It is genuinely absurd. I swear one of those guys just popped in. The guy with the torch wasn't there when I first appeared. He just teleported in. I could be wrong. Like, I'm willing to be wrong. I want to give the game benefit of the doubt. But I swear that wasn't the case. Like, I'm not bothered by it. It doesn't really break my immersion. Having characters pop in when they've come into view, pop out when they're out of view, is fair enough. Like, I'm not gonna get on at the game for trying to not burn down my computer. It's fine by my accounts. This guy apparently is woken up. Thought maybe I could do some kind of fancy thing on him, but no, apparently not. And, ow! That guy with a spear, he does a lot of damage. Okay, maybe don't be quite as aggressive. Maybe play this as if it's a more difficult mission. Like, clearly not the most difficult, but more difficult than I was treating it. No, that guy does just either turn around or pop in at weird moments. I'm not gonna question it. That's fine. Like I say, I appreciate the game trying to not burn down my computer. Like, it's a definite bonus, but it does optimize itself. That wasn't through there. It's through this way. Guy on the ground gets him. Take him out and... Ah, that other guy with the spear immediately turns around and just gets me. Okay, murder you. You're a mean one. Murder you as well. You're a bit less mean. But you can get apparently a big scary finisher move. Also, there's a katana. Is that katana in here? It's through that way. Fair enough. Fair enough. Let's get us a cat. One little man here. Just do a block. And now we attack and murder. Cat, can you do the murder? I kinda want the cat to get the last hit. There we go. Good cat. You're lovely. Anyway, pick up the grave and the big enemy. Be slow and careful, I say, while walking through a table. But yeah, we can kill this guy nice and easily. Especially if we get a sneak attack of some kind. And yeah, now he's just getting impaled. Here we go. It's not quite gone. Now it is. Back in this room. This guy's a big man also. Let's just charge at him a bit. Back away. And charge at him again. Back away. And you can probably guess my pattern here, can't you? Like, it's a surprisingly good move. Like, it does a lot of damage. With the grace of my lord, die from prison honor. Still speaking about the Takichiro person though, who summoned all of the demons who have integrated their way into society, be it for better or worse. What's going on outside? People either having, like, fun, or there's just a woman screaming for no good reason. I'm gonna quickly pause stuff. Give me a moment. I need to peek out the window. Can't see anything. That's fine. There's nothing I can visibly see. Like, chances are it's just people joking about. Like, I'm not really bothered enough. We've got one of these guys. Anything we can drop him now? Got this. That's the Dachi, actually. I'm gonna equip that. That's quite a nice looking Adachi. Yeah, view corruption. Better damage. And, oh god, that's a fancy looking sword. Would you look at that? Just on the back. Okay, I'm happy with that. We'll drop you this. There we go. Yeah, let me take that out. Out of its sheath. I mean, honestly, still looks really fancy. I'm liking this. The colour also matches my armour, which is good. I do like you can see in the sheath for it on my back. Like, it's a hollow sheath. It's got just little bits in it. Although it's not entirely hollow, I can't see where the blade would go through, but you know, it doesn't matter, I don't need to pay too close attention to details. All I need to know is that it looks lovely. I really like it. Look at it on the back, that is glorious looking. I may not be a man of, like, acquired taste or anything. I can appreciate it when something looks good. Certainly appreciate it when that's the case. Like, I do, in my games, usually try and make my character look presentable. Not so much this game. You've seen Mr. Green Screen. Don't mean to, like, get on at Mr. Green Screen, but yeah, he's not got the best appearance ever. I wouldn't exactly call him, like, the handsomest of fellas. But yeah. He is good. Especially in this armour. I like the armour. Armour with its little gold highlights, along with my excessively shiny sword. It's a good time. And I got a key. Okay, I didn't even know I needed a key. Pray to me for going the right way by accident. I didn't mean to go the right way, but well done me. Let's take out you from behind. Yep, that's all safe. Got a big enemy over behind me now. Let's just take out these other ones first. Down he goes. Got the slime. It's not actually slime. I can't remember what they are. He's got a different name according to the game. Yeah, just impale him. You don't need to have it highlighted in red to actually be able to backstab people, I found out. Same with, like, stabbing them when they're downed. Like, you just need to be next to them and hit Y. It seems to be happy enough. Yeah, through here is where we're wanting to go. I don't particularly care about that other part. And, oh, got to make it off the mountain alive, now let's get going. And, like, I got a toaster on set. Yeah. It's not a toaster, but is this what fashion is? I don't know. I doubt it. It doesn't look like fashion to me. Yeah, just break the rock. Yeah, now we murder you. Just try and get your friend to take your attention, then we stab him in the back. And yeah, he'll be dying in a second. Well, then it's up to you, Masa. Masa. Is that a name that people still get called in Japan? I don't want to seem, like, in any way racist. I'm just ignorant, is the thing. A lot of these names sound like names people wouldn't be named anymore. I don't know, though. I don't know. What's a ground shape? The ground go down that I'm on? Or does the other ground go up? Other ground went up. What the hell? Akitaku, what was going on here? My force could make something like this happen. How the music's sounding? This sounds very Final Missionary, and it's looking incredibly impressive. It's intriguing indeed. It seems like trees' roots possess power that can shake heaven and earth. It's like the very land itself's been imbued with the spirit energy then. Okay. Seeming to say there are things even you don't fully understand. That being the case, what lies ahead, be on your guard. I'm liking this. This is a very elaborate, like, wind up to what is probably going to be the last boss. Like, is what I'm assuming is going to be the last boss soon. Oh god, this is a lovely level. It really is. This game is stunning at times. I feel it benefits a lot from having various separate missions rather than one interconnected world like a lot of other Souls games do. So it means you can pull off stuff like this without it just immediately being obvious. Like, I didn't walk up to this knowing that this would raise out the ground. It's quite the spectacle when you see that. The more open world game, you can't really have cues like that so easily. Yeah. I thought there was someone back here. I saw him on the mini-map. Anything good? Nah, just some arrows. That's fine. Although, see, that's fine. I do have more skill points. Let's just, I don't know, fire shot. There we go. Gust. Perfect. Shiftling. I mean, do I need anything? Increase my luck. Why not? Increase my anima, purify yokai realm. Sure. We'll do titles as well. If we are near the end, might as well get them finished. Let's put all my points in. There's a lot of these. I've got these magic power, we want equipment drop rates, we want key recovery. Alright. We have to fight... I can't remember his name. The little guy who guards the underworld. Which makes me think there's going to be a horse further on. That's fine. I can deal with the two of them. Out of the two of them? I mean, this guy's the easier one. Put that one in the head. Because yeah, his head's a fake. Okay, come on. Murder the neck guy first, if I can. Friends helping out. Need to remember that they're here. Get healing. I got caught in his attack. Didn't actually see it coming. Friend's not doing amazingly. That's fine enough though. I can manage. Got this guy broken in a second. There we go. Got more proficiency with his spears, we can grab more attack in a minute. Just blocking them seems like the wrong idea. But we're about to win anyway, so it's fine. Go. Yeah, we get two choices. I think I like the idea of going up this way, because it involves walking along more of these routes, which just seems like fun. I like the routes, they're cool, like, set piece. Oh, sorry, I had to sneeze. I tried to stifle it, but no, that didn't work. I probably pulled an odd face. Oh, there's... Okay, ranger. Or ranged person, not a ranger. Yeah, just murder them. This is easily done. We can continue to walk on the outskirts of the roof. Before we do, Make my way through here. This guy, he seems like just a regular guy. Although he's apparently a powerful one. So take him out. I don't know what your name is, but you're dead. Did not claim my scalp. Correct. I like how I cut him down during his introduction. I feel a little bad. Not bad enough to really care, but I feel a little bad. Open this. That. Okay, I see a shrine in distance actually. You might want to go do that in a second. Yeah, this guy has a triangle for a hat. Triangles, of course, being the safest of shapes. So he's onto something clever here. Have you ever wondered why all the bridges are made of triangles? Safe. That's the reason. I mean, sure, it's a structurally secure shape, where neither side can get any larger or shorter, without the other sides also extending, therefore making it just much safer, because it can't collapse as easily. But yeah, apart from that, we're still up on this roof. We need to do things, so we'll go to that shrine in a minute. I am liking this music though. It's very dramatic. Makes me feel like I'm doing like the final mission, which I still don't know if I am. I really hope I am. So I feel it would be a bit drawn out if we did any more after this. We've chased down Kichiro twice and killed him once. Like, we need to kill him the second time. Nioh. What did I do? I don't know why I would have wanted to be up on this roof. I would have hoped to have found something else. Apparently not though. Is this destroyable though? No, that's just a big stone. Okay, down we go. Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, this is a really bad job of just letting Kichiro get away though, didn't we? Like, he just scarpered the moment he saw us. We could have just been a bit more stealthy, would have been fine. I can't help but feel we made a mistake in that. I'm worried what he's got up his sleeve. We could have caught him entirely by surprise. Like, yeah, it's not the most honourable thing, but despite how it's usually portrayed, samurai are not an honourable sort. They will use any old means to win. Or historically they have anyway. Okay, maybe don't jump down there. It's probably this way. Yeah, this way seems safer. Got people dying up there. I'm assuming that means we've got a friend about. We should hopefully have a friend about. I could do with another friend. I wouldn't say no to that. And I would say no to that though. Just trying to get a burst counter in while you're being attacked. It doesn't work. It just straight up does not work. Let's go grab the cat again. Go back, because we need to grab the cats. I guess only natural you would grab a cat. Yeah, this is going to be a pain in the fight. I might want to drop my paralysis powder just to be safe. Okay, this guy, you're apparently separate from the other part of the fight. So if I keep my distance, we can maybe take you out without alerting the Enkai. No, never mind. There's the Enkai. Let's murder you. I might be slightly on fire, but does it matter? I mean, yes, but not too much. We can kill the guy. The friend got rid of your horn, so we are more than safe. Ah, and she got the grapple. Boo! Boo, I say. I want to get finishing moves. Wait. Why? We're going separate ways.
あなたは先へ急いで。
Go ahead, I'll deal with the yokai down below.
はい。
Take care. And take this with me. A big crystal! But how many of these crystals do I have? Probably not quite. 1 items. I have 10 of these. They give me 50,000 each. That's an entire level right there. 30 of these with 2,000 each. That is another level. Yeah, we've got a lot. But yeah, but we should really use some of them. I won't. But yeah, that's good. Part of my dream comes true. Something breaks. Something shatters. Dreams of stones for price. Who was it who said that? Yeah, he's slowly losing himself. I feel a bit bad for a guy. I do. Punished what you've done. Fought the hands of Hirano Nagisu. Seems like what it was. Just, I need to charge it, man. There we go. I'll take you down eventually, but it's going to use a tried and true method of run away, then charge back. I'm probably going to reach your lord, I'll be honest with you. Yeah, like Hanshiro or something, I think it was. That sounds about correct. Like, we're gonna reach your lord, and we're gonna kill the guy. Whether you want me to or not, and honestly, I don't know whether you want me to or not. I'm assuming they're willingly following this man. Like, Takichiro's always been quite a charismatic person. I could see him getting these guys on side. However, I mean, with how far he's gone with some of this stuff, does make you wonder, are they actually on side, or are they just like brainwashed or something, or what's going on? I'd imagine, like I say, they are on side. He's a very charismatic man. What? As soon as he fires, I go in. There we go. A lightning cannon, that's fancy. Cannon that shoots lightning, or named as such because it sounds like lightning when you shoot it. Or sounds like thunder, I guess would be more accurate. I mean, thunder comes from the lightning, so I'd still stand by what I said. It's fine. Yeah, God, this is a long mission. Kind of expected once we came up here it'd be a more like straight line towards the end. Like, it is mostly a straight line, don't get me wrong. There's not really any side paths, but there's a lot of fights in between. Also, I do want to take care of that ranged guy. If you will, get your friend out of the way. That work? Yes, killed the one in the back. That's good. As for you, I can kill you without too much bother. I say as I'm set on fire. I need to be careful fighting up here is the thing. If I'm not careful, I will just fall off. I can't really dodge while fighting on these bridges. It's not just fall down and lose some progress, it's fall down and die. Which is slightly worse, has to be said. Good choice of which way to go. I like the idea of dropping down to there. Yeah, we're gonna do that. What's down here? We've got a man up there. As soon as you're recharged, shoot you in the head. Yeah, that's still somewhat shootable in the head. There we go. Take on you. back away a little. And now he's dead. This is going well, I'm feeling good about this. The music's really pumping me up for this last fight. I'm hoping it's not just going to be a really easy fight like the last Takichiro fight. So last time I fought him, he was dead simple. I beat him first try. And I mean, it kind of took the wind out of my sails a bit. It's a bit sad when you just murder a boss first attempt, no bother. Don't get me wrong, it feels good to do it. But it doesn't really make you feel like you accomplished much. Especially when the mission beforehand was harder than the last Kichiro fight. But yeah. Fighting an Enkai, this is fine. Alright. Break his horn. Now the attack. Yeah, we're doing well here. Down he goes. I don't know why they're chucking Enkai at me now. Like, they stopped adding them in as regular enemies quite a while ago. I just assumed, oh yeah, Enkai, they're quite simple. I guess we're stopping with them. But now we're just chucking them back in. And, I mean, one of them's killed me. That was when I had other enemies around. I was caught up in their attacks as well. We're not a tough enemy at this point. Like, far from it. Okay, I didn't need to run around the other side of him. He already got turned around after burst counter. Just hit him in the back. There we go. I'm gonna get shot myself in the back, so be a little careful, but pick up his stuff. Well, you've got to. Yeah, you want to murder me. I'm thankful you didn't attack me sooner, because I was in the middle of a fight a moment ago. Break that. Those two don't ever respawn. Just walk to a different path, stubborn fool. This place is still bloody going. We've got big towers just risen up. That's a tower from before. So this is the same shrine I'd prayed at previously. So the actual level itself's moving here. I'm liking this level. Like I said before, this is something you couldn't do in a regular Souls-like game where it's an interconnected world. You don't get to move the world around when that's the case. Like, how high up am I actually going right? Like, I can't see a ground. In fact, no, you can see peaks and mountains. You're higher than the mountains. Also, that is just floating. Seeing that our stream, like, architecture is getting a bit less believable as the game went on. Yeah, I'm just going to assume Spirit Stones can float now, or something of that nature. It's the only way I can somehow justify this. Like, it is just ridiculous at this point. Yeah, murder you, murder your friend. Yeah, take out this guy. Now we just have to murder him. Got boss music. That's fine though. I can take you out. We know the drill already. He's just doing like elemental things on his like spear. So that's nice. Yeah, you can just keep charging at him. Although it is quicker if I do this, I feel. I say quicker, that's a bit ironic considering I'm slowing him down. But yeah, just that did go by a bit quicker. And I've got an achievement, 7 wonders. Defeat each of them. Okay, I guess one of them was hidden away. Fair enough. Fair enough, I can see how that's an achievement, I guess. They weren't all that hard. Just finding one of them could have been difficult. Yeah, this feels... yeah, like final boss. At least fighting Takichiro again. We're probably going to end the stream after that, so might be able to get a submission. But this is the final boss. We're ending it after this.
見覚えがあるだろう。この満開の桜。うってつけだ。お前の
He's lost it a bit. Oh dear. Is he a shiftling? I'm assuming no, he's just straight up demon. He doesn't have a bar on him. Hits hard. He also does that, which feels a bit cruel in my mind, but okay. Oh god, that almost killed me. Just back away. Heal up. Lots of hits, but they're all light hits, so I can block. Get back away, I need to heal. This is entirely doable. Just need to be careful is all. I need to make key back. Just block for a moment. Now we counter attack. And, okay, no, I thought we'd be able to get a quick hit in there, apparently not. Okay, this is doable. This is doable. He's also claiming to be Hideyoshi, which is a combination of both of our names. So he's partly trying to do a bit of identity theft while we're at it. He truly is a villain. Yeah, just run past them. They're not gonna do anything to me. Yeah, this guy feels beatable. I can definitely do this. Also, I think like I've got skill points in something. I don't think any of them are in like the spear, are they? It's like extra damage would be nice. I definitely wouldn't say no to extra damage. Okay, let's keep on attacking him. We're doing fine. 1, 2, 3. He's doing a ranged attack. Yeah, there we go. He's broken. Just keep attacking him. He's gonna get staggered. Yeah, that's him gone into his fantasy form, but he's already half health. Just attack him then. Get a hit in there. And burst countered him. Should have done something decent. Apparently it works. It got better ki regeneration. That's what you get when you're fighting against yokai. When fighting against humans, they get a ki regen debuff. Yeah. Just ow. I was gonna say be careful. He seems a bit dangerous. Yeah, he does seem dangerous. That's not wrong. Okay. Okay. One last go. Now I know what he does in that form. I reckon we can do this. Third time's a charm. Let's see. Is it gonna happen? I hope so. I really do hope so. It's not the easiest, that's for certain. Come on. Can't be that bad, can it? Tap, tap. We only get the 2 hits in when he's been blocking, annoyingly. Ow. Change direction of that last one. That seems a bit unfair to me, but okay. Try and attack him. Dodge to the side. Can I get a slow on him? I can. It apparently interrupts him as well. That slow should make him a lot more manageable currently. Although I did not mean to do a leg sweep. It's not what I meant to go for. Let's just block here. Although maybe that was the wrong move. Heal up. We're fine. Run to the side. Take him on while he does that. Now just spam attacks. Can't do anything right now. Tap, tap. Now we back away. Okay, I wasn't close enough to do the counter. I should not have back awayed, it would seem. It's gonna explode. Okay, he's got to have a second phase, isn't he? This is seeming too simple. It could be that my spears become overpowered because I've got a +1. But, I mean, you can do that mission before this one. So, you would have thought they'd take that into consideration if that is the case. And I want to heal, game. Let me heal. Okay, we're not gonna get him into stagger phase, we will just be hitting him. Ow. That broke my guard or something? I don't quite know. Is that lightning chasing me? It is. Or, no, it's striking just indiscriminate. That's okay. As long as it's not targeting me, I can manage the ranged attacks. One last hit's all I need. Cut the horns. Is Yoshi back to normal now? My blade was no longer glowing. I've not used the fancy sword yet, though. Is he actually dying, though? Guy.
親に捨てられどん底から這い上がるために俺は輝く石で夢を叶えてきた。そしてついに天下人の夢も。だが夢がでかすぎて赤い光に見入られた。夢を食って霊石を生む闇の力だとは気づかず、終わりなく膨らみ続ける悪夢の中。
It's more understandable.
最後に俺の目を覚ましてくれたのはお前だった。
Hero. He was banned by his parents. He wanted to just be at the top. He managed to attain it. Like, he was doing it more reasonably at first when he became Nobunaga's retainer. Which, I mean, is fair enough. Because he's like Nobunaga was trying to like unify the entirety of Japan. Then yeah, he went a bit off the deep end with his ambition. And it came back to bite him. He was at the top for a while, but he no longer had any real allies, like Mr. Greenscreen here. That's a shame. We'll probably stab them. Yeah, 2-stage boss fight. I predicted that. Because I'm still low on the health, that's not great. Just, I need to try and heal up. If you let me, game. Or is he just going to keep spamming? He's not spamming anymore. Try and burst counter that. Don't know what he was going to do. But it looks dangerous. God damn, it's doing this again. Yeah, I need to hit him one more time. That's him now staggered. Just keep on going. He's half health. Yeah, it's going to be a 2-stage boss fight. It's got to be. I'd love just an extra spare elixir so I could feel safer about this all. But I don't think that's possible. So, oh well. Okay, you can block that quite easily. Like, isn't hit with a lot of force. He hits, like, for a lot of damage, it would seem. Ow. Okay, maybe I should have gone into the yokai shaft. If I have to fight just him in his own, and we don't have to fight Takichiro again, this is going to be an easy fight. I have a feeling it's a 2-part boss fight. We've not had any of them. We're fighting the big bad right now. If there's any time to have a 2-stage boss fight, this is it. If it's not another, or if it's not a 2-stage boss fight, if it's instead I just go in and have to fight solely that, like, guy, it's gonna be depressing. Okay. It's gonna be laughably simple if that's the case. How well I was doing the very first time, when I had the one elixir I had to use at the start, then, yeah, this is going to be laughably simple. Like, it should not be this easy to take out the final boss of the game. There's got to be a catch somewhere, right? Like, it's not gonna let me just win. Like, look at his health. He's got multiple clothes, which makes us a bit tough. Maybe just do this. Don't need to worry about my health as this guy. I can just take hits and it doesn't actually affect me at all. Yeah, that's him gone. What's next? His health bar is not gone. Yeah, he comes back. He's refusing to die. And now we've got a tougher version. Okay, that's good. So we do have a 2-stage boss fight. It's not entirely what I expected, and he's got significantly less health this time. Look at the amount of damage it did in that one, like, attack. Just move around a bit, attack him in the back. Some half health, it's probably not good. It's not an insta-kill. It's not an insta-kill. I can live with that. Let's just get a slow on him. I didn't get that slow because he teleported, but you know what, that's probably fine. Just keep him going. Here. Something toxic blobs. Heal up. That's him. Right? It's not a 3-stage. It's not best of 3, is it? No, 2-stage boss fight. Still surprisingly simple for final boss of the game. But alright. That's it, I guess. I didn't see there being any more. Is him being sealed away again? Or am I actually getting him killed this time? It's being sealed away. Inside that whore. Am I gonna, like, smash it? Eat it. I probably should. Can I merge them? I don't know what's happening. Like, is there more to the game? I feel there should be. I mean, I can talk to my mum. Hello. You've grown strong. Good to hear. Taken down our hood. No Takamaru waits. Facing him is your destiny. It's all you know. Everything. Yeah. So I still have another act to this. Possibly then. Is that her passing on to the afterlife? I'm confused. That'd be my dad over there though. Bye, Dad. And Mum. Into fog. Like, peering in like a silent hill up here. That's the one full of fog, right? I think Silent Hill's the one with fog. I hope so, otherwise I sound daft. Is that it? It's implied there's more. Yeah, no reward, nothing. Okay. Before we go in there, I'm gonna do it this stream. Yeah. This seems like the last mission, definitely now, for doing a main mission with no bonuses in it. You guys want to talk to me more now? Look it is. No, same as before. Racked by pain. Yeah. Lovely. You have any more to say? Okay, now I've got a mission from you. Lovely. The Kappa? Can I get a mission from you? I don't really want one. Strange folks, not bothered with your yokai. Want to live together with everyone. Yeah. Never mind. You're being useless, and you get items from these men. Or thoughts. Anyway. I'm dead, shall not stop protecting World Lord Mitsuhide dreamed of. Oh, it's up here, isn't it? Yeah, here we go. This is Boorman. I've traveled from the battlefield, but I regret nothing. Dearest Uichi, I must take my leave. Well, back we go then. Just have a look at the scary helmet before we do. Didn't even notice it had a face on it. It's the first time I noticed. Yeah, I'll quickly message Discord just so people know. I've messaged the streaming server, they now know that it's going to be running a little bit longer. Well, time to go into here then. Looks like time's up for man staff. I'll accompany you to Buruin. I want to be there to witness his end with my own eyes. Fair enough. Yeah, we're gonna win. I mean, we might not immediately win, but we're gonna win. I have a feeling, seeing as there are no Kadamas, this is just a fight, this mission. Especially if we get the title screen music while we do it. It's definitely the end. Is this just the cutscene? Am I actually going to fight the boss? Okay, I think I'm going to actually fight the boss. Right? No? I'm now confused. That's my eyes closing, so I'm... Okay, I must be going into like a dream state to fight him. I don't know. Got a main mission just to show me walking around to go murder him. Like, is that not... Is that the end? I've just got a black screen. Achievement. Filled what is your ultimate destiny? Is that just it? Yeah, now we've got the protagonist of the first game appearing. Chronologically, he comes in after. They had an asset for that last boss. Why is it continuing? Why is there more? Why does it keep on going? What? Appears the time for me to awake from my long slumber has arrived. What on earth is going on now? Are we crossing over with the first game? I'm really curious. Protagonist from the first game. I'm possessed. I've got red eyes.
So you're not a morning person then?
I mean, if I'm possessed, I kinda want to die here. If you will. Just... There we go. That is it. I was possessed. I want to die, right? I want to... Okay, I have to beat William. Alright. I guess... Ancient Evil's gonna escape or something. Yeah, this is the, like, person you play as in the original Nioh. So, this is gonna be an interesting one. He's got a spear too as well. So that's nice. Sword and spear. I'm just using spear and a bigger sword, so I'm the better person, right? I need to go and give you a whack. I did not whack you well enough there. That's not good. It's okay though. He's shocked, so I've got him staggered now. Going for grapple and... Okay, this is easier than the last thing. We're not beating him though, that's good. We get a cutscene. The two of us end up working together to kill whatever is currently causing me to have red eyes. Please say we're working together to beat him. Has he just freed the man? I'm very confused. happening? Why am I getting possessed by original man's guardian spirit?
I crossed the raging seas to reach this land. An English-speaking ninja. A warrior without a past. Then I met a Tanuki. With the weight of the world on his shoulders. In the heat of battle,
The quick rundown of what happened in the first game.
I learned the true meaning of struggle. With the defeat of the Spaniard today, finally the war is at an end. I stand ready to battle demons. I stand as a samurai.
Oh.
I leave the two of you to it.
William's just leaving, is he? That's... okay, mission's done. The hell's going on? Let's have a chat. So relieved you woke up, but when you opened your eyes, it seemed to free him. You need to do something before he possesses someone else. Going to Tenkai, that man is not our enemy. Come on, let's find him. Hey, that wasn't the final mission. There's more to go. God damn it! There's not enough for another stream, I don't think. There might be now, though. I really don't know. I'd see you once again, but let's save that for another time. Hope peace would follow to Kichiro's defeat, but instead the war has only grown. His victories at Sekigahara and in the siege of Osaka, Lord Tokugawa's grip tightens. Seems that William, fighter from a far-off land, has joined Tokugawa's forces. Seems he came here in search of a certain woman. You just woken up. But you... wait. Okay, that didn't make grammatical sense, I don't think. I didn't read it in time. Ah well, that's fine. I have a beholder. We've also got submissions. This is the main one. If we look right at the end, it doesn't particularly matter. I wanna keep on going with the main stories. If there's no like people to get, like not people. No Kadawas, isn't it? If there's none of them, this isn't a proper mission. And oh, got William with us as well. How lovely. Of course, it's another person with a spear. Everyone in this game uses spears. I mean, I understand it's a good weapon. It's a very nice weapon. But everyone uses them. Yeah, where are we going exactly? I'm assuming down. For now. I don't know entirely what we're supposed to do, but I'm fairly certain going down here is the quickest way to get to what looked to be the objective. You don't even have to fight anyone, so that's good. Yeah, just take out you, and don't roll off the bloody edge. God damn it. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Back we go. Let's do the exact same thing as before. I don't know who we're supposed to murder here, but I'm not gonna try and murder them. I'm just gonna go down. I'll do the same thing as the last time. Just don't roll off a cliff. Get my friends to help out. They can get knocked off, but they don't die if they do. They also managed to knock him off, which is quite impressive. I've knocked off an Arbiter soldier, finish him, get my grave back. Yeah, let's keep on going. Got our friends. It's like anime. No one can stop us now. Let's go down here. Go through this way. Okay, see the guy we're supposed to murder to clear up this area. Although I want to take out him. Can I take you out? There we go. We got a shot at his head. That's good. Just keep on attacking him. That's him staggerable. Just finish him if I can. I need one last hit. There we go. Our friends knocked the fancy one into the water. Alright, I didn't expect them to just solo the boss. Maybe the AI's gotten good at this. I'm willing to be surprised. I'm willing to be surprised. Yeah, we need to fight one of you. Then first Kintar, yeah. We've got someone shooting at us is the main issue here though. Yes, it is meant to slow us down. Very observant of you, William. Like how William's just helping out. Like, I'm really questioning why he's here. I feel that I'm not supposed to. It's nice that he's about. Let's just help my friend. There we go. You're the friend I actually do care about. So yeah, just knock them into the water, apparently. It just feels like cheating when you do. Just keep his attention on me if possible. Maybe don't. Maybe just help. Like, we are doing an amazing job here. Like, just keep on going. We've cleared out most of these guys. We're doing it fine. Just back away, let my friends go in. And, ow! He still tries to shoot at me. Just heal up then, that's fine. Managed to pick up another elixir from him. Yeah, this is back at the top, so I can open his chest now. Where is it we need to go? Just need to go to the top of this. I don't know if we can go up. I'm gonna try. Like, I genuinely have no idea where I'm supposed to be trying to aim. So I'm just gonna do the best to get there. Just murder the child yokai, clearly bring your child to work day. Which, is that actually a thing that exists? Like, I've heard of it being called a thing. Like, but mostly in media and such. So I don't know if it's actually true that that's a thing. It could easily just be a case of media making stuff up and that becoming widespread. Yeah, thanks William for the somewhat passive-aggressive watch yourself as I die. I would appreciate the hand, you know. Okay, that's still fine. Let's go back in. We barely went anywhere, honestly. Let's go up this way. We've got a couple paths to go up. Actually, never mind, that path's blocked. I think it could be this way that we have to go. Like, that would seem reasonable to me. Yeah, back away so I can get my friends involved. I don't like this fella. He's run into my friends, which is handy. It means we can all, like, tag team him. Not really tag team him, just murder him is probably a better expression. Oh, that's all I ever say. It's always murder this, murder that. Why can't I just do a bit of genocide some of the time? Like genocide this one, and his friends, and his family, and those who aren't even related. There's nothing wrong with that. There is, but I mean, I'm not gonna claim there's anything wrong. Okay, where to next? And across here, is there anything? No, nothing. Okay, drop down. Drop down, have a proper explore of this level next. Maybe go over this way? What is that? Why are these guys inside, like, not cages, like bats? As if it's some kind of experimental thing a mad scientist would do. You know, stereotypical mad scientist fashion. I don't get that. Can't say I appreciate what's going on. Why are they jumping out of that? That seems wrong to me. Okay, this is rather prominent. Do I need to take that out the mouth? No? Never mind. It's a fight there that I probably don't need to do. Okay. On to you next, it would seem. Just get a burst counter in. We've got someone attacking us from a balcony. That's fine enough. Just be a little careful, and we're all good. They've grabbed my friend. That's not really fine. I can't attack them while I'm doing that. Just keep on going though. The three of us, we can just get them into stagger real easily. There we go. We even got Sunderer, which is a very fancy sounding weapon, which is better than what I have by a considerable margin. It'll look less fancy though. I don't use my Adachi. I'm gonna go back to this. That just looks nicer. They're both corrupted weapons as well, so it doesn't really make a big difference which I go for. I do this. Probably need to take out you, then go up, right? Just try and take out his back, friends. We can do this. There we go. Make our way up. There should be a ladder or something nearby. Although we can just murder you and your friend. You don't particularly worry me, so I'm just gonna keep flailing at you. There we go, one's down. And friends have taken down the other. So this fall monk seeking wisdom. I'm so sorry to disappoint you. So they fooled a monk, seemingly? Okay. Also got someone's jumped down. Is that the guy from the bridge earlier, maybe? Nah, he's got too much health to be a ranged one. Who knows? He's here at the moment anyway. So let's head up. Take care of the guy in the bridge. Come on. Bridge man. You can die for me, can't you? Yeah. Nice and easy. Yeah, looks to be up here next. You are marked as a big enemy on the minimap. Which, I mean, yeah, you are a big enemy. They're somewhat scary. You've got your own, like, dark realm. kind of situation going on. Just make sure a murderer. My friends, they are definitely helping. There she goes. Our soul core area has been cleaned. Got a shrine. Yeah. Yokai in vats. I don't like this. They should not be in a vat. Like that's wrong. What's going on? Are they being artificially created at this point? Like, I mean, there's a lot of them. Like, that's for certain. If they were being artificially made, it would somewhat make sense. Just take out him. There we go. Just let me shoot you in the head. There we are. Okay. Side path there doesn't lead to anything. Okay, up we go. If you go near to that, chances are it's going to open. So just keep a mind on that. It's just a standard yokai actually, I don't need to be worried here. He's just dead. My friends are a bit stuck. How did you get stuck? Let me just try and free you. Yeah, that should be like the main boss, I'd imagine. It seems like a kind of boss place to go. Yeah, they're now being staggered, just finish them. Back to full health off of them. And the drying bowl. Wait, what? Wait. That's forged by famed swordsmith. Said to be favoured. Not ready to image conjured by the arbitrary name, however. Extremely adept blade, was faced in battle, and learned quickly with his terrifying swordsmanship. Okay, so it's just like a good sword with a bad name. Okay, that's a weird one. I quite like it. I quite like it. Yeah. Boss time. This has to be the final boss, right? Come on. Swear if I have to fight. If I have to fight Takichiro again. Stabbed Spaniards. They're interfering with him. Don't you dare possess Takichiro again. Am I being evil? What's happened? I don't know. I've become evil. What now? A yokai shifted. Am I gonna have an actual fight in my mind? Yes, I am. Okay, hello fella. You're actually quite easy to get rid of your key bar. This isn't looking too tough. Yeah, just there we go. We can do this. Your key bar's not the bad part. Well, now you've shifted. Wait, Hiri's helping out? Am I gonna get helped by all the spirit animal people who have had this entire time? Like, are we gonna get Nobunaga? We're gonna get everyone? Like, I'm very confused. I'm not against it, but I'm confused, like I say. He's now gone into, like, the Scoundrel form or whatever it was. Like the faster one. Just be careful, I need my key back. I need to hit him once. And now they stagger, and we keep on pushing. Yeah, we're fine here. Honestly, that is the worst form he could have taken. Like, magic-y one, I really don't like it. Don't give in, you're gonna save me. Thank you, Ichiro. I appreciate it. Ow. That's not gone okay. I need him to go out of this form. I don't know how to fight him in this form. Got a burst counter in. That was good. I do need to drop a heal. Thankfully, even in my mind, I do have elixirs. So that's quite nice for me. Yeah, now just stab him in the back a bit. What is this form? That's a unique form, isn't it? That's not Brute Phantom or T'other one. You can do explosions and such. Be careful, heal up. Okay. I'm not entirely sure what he's up to with most of us. Just attack him a bunch. Okay, he's in staggerable form. I've now apparently got max familiarity with the fancy sword, which I picked up a while back. That's nice. I'm still getting helped by Mr. Takichiro. I'm assuming, like, the real one. Not like some daft fake one. Like, it's helping me from beyond the grave. It's not actually alive, again. I refuse to believe that. The game's not going to have that happy of an ending. Come on, we're getting close though. Ow. Okay, just drop a heal. I don't need to be too conservative with my heals. Like, we're doing fine in elixirs. Even if I die, we're all safe. Yeah, that's him now. Staggerable. Just go all in. Like 2 hits. 1 last hit. Or, no? Need to do this on him. Just fighting him with Spirit Sword. Okay. It's a fancy finisher. He's dropped a lot of items. Green. Green items. The hell's a green item? I don't have green items. What? Wait, no, I need to check this. What the hell is a green item? Okay. Green item means it's a possessed one. It's better quality. It's like level 150. They're all very powerful. I'm quite confused. I can't get myself a nice fancy sword like the one I have. So I'll have a look at the spear though. I do like the spear I have, but compare it to this. Honestly? No, I'm keeping the Tamarishi. Even with a like 20 level difference, like it's barely gonna turn out to be much better. Comes with all sorts of skills. It's like the tier higher than purple. Like in fact, if I quick check, what was that? Would it be game settings? I want them to check the rarity, like colours, so then you can change them. It's not bad. Graphic settings, maybe. No. What would it be? Menu settings. That's it. Yeah, I've got 1 tier beyond green, apparently, for item rarity. I was always a bit confused when I had that. I thought that was just examples of other colours that could appear. But apparently that is actual rarity. You get even rarer things than what I have. I can't understand what he's saying because I've not got high enough spirity level. Is there more game than what I thought there was? I thought this was the end. How much more could there be? Learning of how this sword's been passed along through various people. Where's happening? I'm very, very confused. It's actually back. Hello, Tsukichiro. What the hell are you back for?
危なかったな。もう少しで。ノミオ、すまんな。お前も来てくれたのか。
But isn't Hideyoshi a traitor and a...
Looks like you're off the mark.
藤吉郎、人に戻ったのね。
ああ、すっかり。長い間、面倒かけたな。
で、あやかしになったご気分は？体はどこもおかしくない？
そいつはこっちに聞いてくれよ。なあ、秀の字。
So Hideyoshi's back. Like, the two of us are a couple again, a power couple. We get a low-res rendered, or pre-rendered cutscene. It seems the resolution's fixed itself a bit. Okay, never mind, I take it back. That look, those hedges looks pretty bad from, like, a distance. Is that just wrapped up both the games then?
つゆと落ち、つゆと消えにし我が身か。何話のこと？
It's him passing on to the afterlife now.
夢のまた夢。
Used. What is this? Mr. Green Screen coming in, kind of ruining the mood, but... What? What happens now? I feel there's more game to be had, because of, like, the green rarity items I just got. Feels like it should be the end. I'm assuming from the fact there's credits rolling, that's the end. I'm glad I didn't try and make another stream out of it, so that took an extra half hour as well. But yeah, god, this has been a great game. I'm really hoping this music's not copyrighted. I've had trouble in the past, the credit scenes having copyrighted music. This feels like the OST for the game though. So I'm happy to just let this roll. Because yeah, all of these people very much deserve to have their name go by. Like, brilliant game. Like, is it up there in production quality with like your main series Dark Souls and that? I mean, it's certainly no Elden Ring in terms of quality. In terms of like what they've brought to the table in terms of like new stuff and all that. Like, they've done a decent job. Like, having two separate types of enemies. You've got your humans on one hand. They need to just be hit. You can interrupt their attacks. You fight them a lot differently from how you fight your second one, which is a yokai. The yokai You need to hit, back away, avoid their attacks or block them, and yeah, plays different. You need to get their key down, then they're not permanently staggered. They're staggerable for a while until they then recover it and go into a more dangerous phase. I'm a bit sad there weren't any more, like, bosses who were just people. Like, I understand they weren't easier bosses. Any of the bosses I did first try, I think, were like fancy humans. You had mini boss with a spear, you had Kichiro. Can't think of any others off the top of my head. Like, there weren't many. There really weren't. That's just two that I can think of. I'm sure there were more. Like, you had submission bosses as well. Meaning more mainline ones. Submission bosses, you had plenty of, like, humans. But it just died so easily. Ah, David! Hello! Good to see you. We've beaten the game. We're just sitting and waiting through. How'd you enjoy the Seraph's Last Stand, by the way? Brilliant game. I saw it, and I thought it looked fun. 79 pence. I'm having a blast with it. I will say that I found a way to cheat it, so I'm possibly going to do a stream later on, just seeing how much I can cheat it. Cause, yeah, like, it's an amazing game. I really like Seraph's Last Stand. Like, for 79 pence, like, it's better than it needs to be. Yeah, if I do end up streaming it later tonight, which I'm thinking I might do, just because I fancy giving it a quick stream. I do enjoy it, and I'm going to be doing something stupid, so I need the company. Guy pops into your stream who's heading for world record. He's on level 403, God almighty. That's pretty far. Like, I'm assuming he gave you a few tips. Like, if he did give you tips, fair enough. If he didn't, then would you want me to give you the tips I've found to be useful for it? Because I found a way, like I say, to kind of cheat it. It's not cheating per se, it's just... it's very much abusing the game mechanics. Like, I won't ruin it or anything. In his build, you don't want to become immortal. Ah, fair enough. I'm assuming his build was something using the lightning wand, seems to be the best one, from what I found. If it's not, then I've possibly got a different build to him. And I'm kind of curious. Because I wonder how else you could play it. Like, aside from what I did, like, I can't think of a way to get, like, reasonably to, like, however far it was I got. Like, I didn't even get all that far. I got to, like, level, or wave 100 and something. Like, yeah, sounds like it's far, but when you look at the world record of 500 odd. Ah, yeah, you had Cloak. I'd assumed Cloak would be the one which lets you break it. Like, getting longer invulnerability frames, that's got to be a way to break it. I found a different way, though, to break it. I'm kind of curious to see how far I can do it. Also, did you try taking my advice yesterday and go for the 3 stacks of appraisal? Like, ones which displays cards. Because the little perk combination thing you get with them, it's exquisite. I love it. Yeah, infinite reroll. You get to cherry pick what you want. It removes any point of having, like, the luck or the tomes which make the white perks better, unless you get enough of the tomes to make the white perks better than the green ones. Which you could do. Like, that is entirely doable. Stacks of luck is also interesting. I haven't tried that. Like, I found a few good ones. I think the main reason I like the lightning wand is because, have you found the, like, thunderbolt perk that you get? After getting, I think it's 10 stacks of thunderbolts. What allows epics in the reroll? Okay, that might be worth going for. I'm gonna need to try that later. Yeah, the Thunderbolts one. It's insane. It is legitimately insane. It triples the damage of Thunderbolts. After getting it to its peak, so you can't have any more Thunderbolts spawning in naturally, it starts upping the damage of Thunderbolts. If you have a Thunder Wand, it lets you call down Thunderbolts. Yes, it does scale a bit with projectile damage, but as a baseline, like level 1, you're dealing like 43 damage, like only to a single enemy, and attacks very slow. But if you get it with enough attack speed that you're calling down a wall of lightning to smite your enemies, it's a good time. Especially if you then go for the one using the crit, like I think 5 eyesight or whatever it is. Your first hit's guaranteed to be a crit. As base, 1.5 times damage. Take a couple extra perks, 4 times damage. Like, yeah. Yourself heading for fragmentation. Fragmentation's good. The thing is, it's so hard to scale the damage for it, because it scales with projectile damage, which you'd think's fine enough. But later on, when the enemies have over like 1,000, over 2,000, maybe even over 3,000 health, the point I got to, like, it doesn't work. It just doesn't. Like, I quite like running with wound. I really wanted, like, as much as I've wanted to in a lot of games recently, to go for, I think it's a Trident Wand. And that fires 3 projectiles out, 1 directly ahead, and then you got 1 off to each side. It's powerful. It's good. I've beaten this game out. I'll just maybe wrap up the stream in a minute. But, yeah. Fire 3 projectiles out. They each deal half damage of like the basic wand. So, if there's something next to you, such as guys who follow you, they die a lot quicker. If there's, let's say, a projectile, which some of them take maybe 3-4 projectiles to destroy, normally you'd have to, like, more consider just avoiding, like, try and dodge out the way. If you have enough attack speed, you can just shoot through it with the triple wand. That was a plan anyway. It didn't work. That was a shame. But anyway, I'll talk about it more later if you want. I have a feeling I'm going to be just getting some dinner. And then I'm going to be streaming some, like, Seraph's Last Stand in a bit. I'm not sure when I'll stream it. Yeah, I'll stream that later on, because I'm in the mood for it. Level 6 when I can provide to all Dream of Samurai missions. Wait, what? Wait, there's more? You can replay the game. And I think I've got DLC. Wait, is there more to this game? There might be more to this game. I thought we were finished. No, there's more. As the troops prepare to cross the sea, a sudden storm besets them, devastating scores of her ships. Hot pursuits of his enemies, Yoshitsune demanded his men pay no heed to the winds and waves and sailed onward or towards enemy territory. This journey would normally take 3 days. I didn't read the last bit. Yeah, I know I've got, like, a complete edition, but I guess there's more of this. What's going on? Why does my sword want to murder him? Am I going into past to live as this guy for a while? Just makes sense. Okay. I can get behind that. Watch me play this, you've got no idea. Oh, don't worry, I don't have a clue either. I don't pay attention to half of the, like, text for levels. I'm going in so I can murder stuff. Yeah, it looks like we've got more game to play. We're not done yet. I thought this might have been last stream. That's us finished the base game, I'd assume. Ooh, we've got more. Hello, I want to know more about divine items. What's a divine item? So matching a divine item with material that is plus value greater, plus value will also increase. Yes, cool. Okay, so what I have is divine item. That's my current spear. Let's try making a new spear. I don't know what we're gonna do with this game anymore. I'm just gonna quickly make a couple spears so we can get a fancy one. I kind of want a new spear now. We've got to like considerably higher level than we were. Honestly, that's alright. Damage bonus while unarmored though is not amazing. I'll make like one more purple one. See if we can get something good. I have many more attempts and I can buy more materials, but I don't have many more attempts until I have to. Okay, one last go. And it's gonna be the stream after that. Okay, no. That's just sad. Didn't get a good thing. Alright. Yeah, we'll pick this back up later in the week then. I don't know how much of this we're gonna do, but we've got like an extra 3 worlds to get through. That's like 3 streams worth, I'd say. But yeah, for now, that is it. Appreciate everyone coming by. As usual, enjoyed myself. I love this game. It's good fun. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed too. Also hope you enjoy the rest of your day or evening. Well, that's all for now though. So I'll hopefully see you next time. Bye for now.